Okay. Should be back up in a sec, fellas. Sorry about that. I think it's that, like, that wasn't an internet problem. I'm not getting internet problems at my new place. That was an OBS problem. For whatever reason, my OBS just like crashes sometimes. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what causes it. Nothing should be causing it. Let me go ahead. On my task manager, my CPU is kind of peaking out. I don't know what I need to be doing to make my CPU not peak. I'm not running like anything crazy. My CPU should be able to handle this for sure. I'm not sure. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 sec. Let me relink my YouTube stream. I also unlooped the music, so that'll be fixed in a sec as well. Turn this down a little bit. We'll be fully back up in a second. Thank you guys for your patience. Thanks for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Let me get back to XP training. I always end up wasting time on these charms. I always end up wasting XP charms more than any other charm. I was so confused. Yeah, I just get a consistent Streamlabs bug. Yeah, now my CPU is fine. Now I'm down to 60% usage. Like, sometimes my CPU just randomly jumps up. I don't know. I don't know what causes that. Makes no sense. Turn this down to this. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that, Fairy. That's so crazy. What the fuck? The chat is the same for you. When you type, we see different chats in different streams. Not sure if I understand. Manager. I loaded up Task Manager to check. No, I don't have a CPG manager. Versus background stuff. I mean, I could just do that through Task Manager versus prioritization. You don't need some sort of program, right? I should be... I don't know. It should be fine. Okay. Let me finish up. Okay. Sorry. Let me get back on track, guys. Let me finish my my XP training stuff. Let me get back to XP training. Let me fix my links on Discord really quick, because the biggest problem is when you do the YouTube stream, like, all the links are changed, unfortunately. And now I need to like relink this so people don't join the wrong stream. That's the biggest pain with when the stream crashes. If it crashes, it's not a big deal. The main problem is if you're looking for the YouTube link, there's the new one. The stream crashing isn't that big of a deal. It really is the having to fix the links. I don't want people to get directed to the wrong stream. Okay. Should be fixed. Howdy, what's up, man? How you doing today? All right. Should be fixed, fellas. We should be back on track. And to commence the back on track, I'm glad that I can just go ahead, lean back to my beautiful Mountain Dew fridge, mini fridge, excuse me, and pull out a Baja Blast Zero Sugar. Not sponsored, but goddamn, was I a cringe? Am I a cringe Mountain Dew fucking stereotypical gamer? Yes, I am. Okay, yes, I am. What's up, FFL? Mountain Dew fridge. I fucking love it's so memey, dude. It's so fucking memey. Baja Blast based. I'm a huge Baja Blast, Zero Sugar. If we ever see Baja Blast Zero Sugar in stores, we try to pick some up. It's FFL, thank you for the subs, guys. Thank you for the sub today, man. 10 months. Shiny time today. We will see. I should run a Gamba. I should run a Gamba. Now, I will say, I'll wait a little bit of time. Why can we not see the text in the bubbles? Oh, that's from custom strings. Custom strings speed things up like that in game. If you Google custom strings PokeMMO, it'll pop up. What's my counter? I use Gillen's with a custom theme. Is he coming back? I'm back. Refresh. Sorry if I didn't type that. Sorry, my bad. I always feel I need to type that. Yeah, on Twitch you have to refresh. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry, mates. All right. Sorry, mates. We're back. All right, there you go. Give you a little bit of a free British accent for the thing. Oh, my encounter counter's closed. Okay. Okay, rough start for today's stream. That's okay. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's so dumb. Let me head over to Altar and Cave on the alt account. Oh my god, I'm getting stuck by so many trainers on the way there. That's okay. Welcome back. Yo, thank you. Sorry for that going down, fellas. Ooh, I almost spilled my dew. Almost back to 30k. Dude, ×5 hordes. The power of ×5 hordes are amazing. Yeah, you're almost back to 30,000 encounters. That was fast. The power of ×5 hordes are amazing. They're so insane. Okay, on the bright side, the bits alerts are working again. Those weren't working for a little bit. So I think for the 6 bits. Wow, second stream already today. This content creator is working so hard. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what that means for sure. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, you goofball. Thank you for the 6 bitties. Finish Johto. Johto is so good. It's so good. It's so good to get done. Good luck to you, man. Good work, dude. Apom and Pineco are there right now. I've got to head over. I got to get there ASAP then. Yeah, I would love any. I would even take a Zubat there, man. Any Altar and Cave shiny would be incredible. If my Dragonite wasn't getting poisoned by trainers along the way. Oh no. Oh, I almost forgot to show off the Pokemon that I'm XP training. So right now I'm working on the Reuniclus that I EV trained in a recent XP trained some in a recent stream recap. We've got our Sableye. I think all of these today started at around level 68. I mostly want to get them above level 80. So I've currently got 71, 71, 72, 71. So they're all decently high level, but I definitely want minimum of level 80. And having that is super important because raids are most likely there's even gonna be level 100 raids. I probably should be leveling more of my Pokemon to level 100 because there are going to be level 100 raids for sure. Hey Pat, did you notice ability patch? Hey Pat, did you notice that ability patch grass isn't worth as much anymore? Yeah, of course, absolutely. I said as soon as those came out into the game, I was like, okay, well this is something that's just gonna go down in price for the history of time, right? There is just going to continue to be more and more supply and less demand. Like this is an item, as soon as these were released, everybody knew this is an item that will just go down in value. That's just how it works. That's totally okay. So hidden grass patches were like 1 to 2 mil when they were released, right? And now they're as time has gone on, more people have completed Pokedex. The more Pokedexes that get complete, even on alt accounts and new players, the more ability patches come to the game. It just totally makes sense. Ability patch grasses are specifically, they're the best ones. They're used to give Snivy or superior contrary, which is super good. 3 weeks of that big day, you must be so excited. Me and Casey are ready to be done with it, which sounds really like I'm so excited. I fucking love it. For anyone who has been married, you'll understand this. For anyone who is going to get married, listen to me now. Your wife is going to be working extremely hard on your wedding. She is going to be ridiculously stressed out, okay? You need to be there to support her. For that month, especially the final month of the wedding, you need to be as patient and as supportive and as nice as possible, okay? This is just like, this happens in relationships all types of ways. Like I always say, Casey is really patient and supports me during event season in PokeMMO because that's when I'm like kind of stressed and really busy and whatever. She's really stressed right now, and I'm like, just be there. I'm just warning you, for those who are getting married, it is going to be a stressful time. It's going to be fucking hard, and you got to just make sure you're on the same team. Remember that, work together. And there might be times where you just want to like not talk to you. If you're both just hyper irritable, it's okay to say that, and just like okay, let's just like play games by ourselves for a little bit, we've been doing good and getting through it really well in my opinion, but it's definitely been hard. Yeah, there's probably been some really hard days, but that's just life. Like that's how it should be right now. The main thing is like, is this one of the most stressed periods of our entire relationship? Probably, but it's also, yeah, a month before our wedding. And like also we just moved, we still have to move her stuff. Like, yeah, it just makes sense. Like everything, we expected this, it makes total sense. But it's just a tough time right now, but that's okay. That's okay. After, it's gonna be smooth sailing. I'm excited for that after. Gotta be true love. She's amazing. And it's not like me and Casey are incredible. We communicate. I probably communicate too much. I'm a yapper. That's the thing, right? We've never had a fight that's lasted like more than, and we're not fighting right now. That's why, yeah. But like, we've never stayed mad at each other for more than probably less than 24 hours. Like it's not something that like lasts, you know. We both communicate and talk. I can't imagine when I see couples that like don't talk to each other for days, like they live with each other and like avoid it. Like that's crazy to me. If that's you and that works for you and maybe you need that, that's fine. Obviously I'm not trying to judge. It's just for me that would drive me crazy as a yapper. That would be so hard. I wouldn't say we're level-headed. We're definitely humans, you know. It's just you gotta we both try our best. That's like the main thing. We both try to stay level-headed. You gotta just try your best, right? Every couple is gonna have tough understanding. That's a great way to put it. Two understanding people is really, really important. Trying to always be there for your partner and prioritize your partner's emotions during a really, really tough time is important. Anyways, this is all. I'm not saying anything. I'm not gonna say anything profound. I'm a fucking 26-year-old in a 4-year-long relationship. Like what do I don't know. Like what do I know, right? She did not play Pokemon before meeting me. I don't believe so. She started playing because of me, and now she has like 12 OT shinies. Like she's a fucking proper shunter. Ooh, I just dodged a meme on my ult. Okay, we're almost at Altering Cave. Okay, we are officially. I should have brought lures. I don't have that many lures on my ult. We're officially at Altering Cave on the alt account. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this goes. Also, single encounters should be pretty good. Let me crank this volume up on my TV. Single encounters should be pretty good to AFK. I feel like single encounters might be better to AFK than times 5 hordes. But with times 5 hordes, you have to like go to the PC and stuff and like do kind of break certain things. Whereas this, I can just run back and forth, you know? I don't know if I need a like damp Pokemon here. I didn't think about that. Hopefully not. I didn't really prepare at this spot enough, but whatever. I think oh, did I not end yesterday? I thought I did. Well, thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Dude, oh man, I've been forgetting to end a lot of the Gambas recently, so you guys have permission to yell at me at the end of a stream. Thank you for reminding me. I keep forgetting. What levels do raid Pokemon need to be? Somewhere between 80 to 100 most likely, dude. Somewhere between 80 to 100 most likely. So we have a lot of XP training ahead of us. What do you think about Undella Bay payday / thiefing with an item magnet charm? I've never had good success there. I'm gonna be honest. I've never made more than like 60 to 80k an hour there, but a lot of people swear by it. A lot of people say it's a really good spot. So if there's that many people that swear by it, then maybe it is good. But I've never had very good success there. If you're a beginner or intermediate player, I would definitely check it out. If you're a veteran, I don't know if it's really worth your time. You probably know that already. The spot actually I need a Drio. I'd be very okay with a Dodrio / yeah. Well, you should be able to. So with Thrash, you should be able to just like spore it, hopefully, and keep it asleep. I mean, it's possible it could get killed, but just don't fall swipe it. If you play it smart, you should be fine, but it's scary for sure. Kezian, my favorite unhinged. I shouldn't even say favorite. My Kezian, one of the unhinged chatters in my stream. Welcome back, my friend. How you doing today, dude? How much of each particular raid Pokemon do you recommend to breed / train? Notice that you have 2 of each at the moment. You don't need 2 of each, and I honestly wouldn't recommend. I would recommend just 1 of each, to be totally honest, because there is species clause with raids. You cannot enter a raid with like 2 Sableyes, for examples. You can't enter a raid with 2 Reunicluses. I like having different variants for different raids. So I think, for example, yeah, one of these Sableyes is physical defense and one is special defense. That's kind of overkill though. You probably don't need this. Like this is, I do a lot of advanced preparation, right? And then on top of that, I like to have ones to sell off during the actual raids itself. So I'm kind of going overkill. I would recommend to the average player to just prepare one of each Pokemon you might want to use for raids and get them all. Like I would prepare 6 to 10 Pokemon personally, at least 3, Reuniclus, Metagross, Sableye. And once again, we don't even know if these strats will work. Someone made a comment yesterday that was like, I'm not going to prepare anything because I don't know if these strats will work. And we don't know for sure. These are just strats that work during the beta test. They might not work during permanent raids. Now, I'd rather prepare something, because if you have nothing prepared and these strats do work, I think there's a decent chance they'll work personally. Like I would say 80% chance these strats work pretty well. But it's not, it's not 100%. And I could be wrong with that 80%, right? Just a guesstimate on my end. But yeah, you could be preparing these for nothing, but then worst case scenario, you just sell them off during the event, or you sell them off as comms for profit. I'd rather prepare and have something, because like missing out, the problem is missing out on like day 1 of raids, or missing out on those first 3 raids or first like 3 days is brutal. If you miss out on the first few hours of an event, you're losing so much potential profit, right? During events, now raid release isn't really an event release, but it's kind of similar, right? Now I bet it will be in terms of profit. The first couple raids will make you the most amount of Pokeyen, and then it'll kind of go down from there and become more stable, right? During an event, I will often make 600k, 1.2 mil. I think during the anniversary event, I made 1.8 mil Pokeyen in the first like hour and a half. Right? You make the most amount of Pokeyen in the first couple hours, and then it kind of tapers off to around 300k or something like that, right? So being prepared for that stuff is so powerful. It's so powerful. I really recommend. It's up to to each their own. There's no wrong answer. Like if you want to prepare, sure. If you don't want to prepare, sure. I think there's a really good chance that these strats are good, but I could be wrong. I should put more Pokemon in the daycare, honestly. I don't really do that. Thank you, Solstice. Yeah, I have a full playlist. Exactly. Overkill is fun. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, if you're looking for raids research, or I put out a video yesterday on how to prepare for raids as well. I would check that out. That goes over the playlist. That goes over tons of strategies and guides. Yeah. If you just Google PokeMMO raids, there's tons of information. People use the daycare in PokeMMO ? Yeah, someone just asked me, do I have any Pokemon in the daycare? So I'm gaining a shit ton of XP right now, right? By XP training, I probably should go put a Pokemon in the daycare. Actually, if someone tells me where is the daycare in Johto, I'll go do. I always forget, but I'll go do that. I haven't learned this one's location. You earn XP on your Pokemon in the daycare based on how much XP you gain in the overworld in that region. It's in Goldenrod City. Someone said Cherry Grove, Goldenrod. It is really, really good to put Pokemon, if you're going to be XP training in that region, to put them in the daycare. South of Goldenrod. Let's go check it out. Still learned. Always learning first. Forget first slot. I don't know this slot. I know it does overlearn the moves, but you can always relearn them. It's not a big deal. Or if they're like for example, my Reuniclus is so high level, it's not learning any more moves. Yeah, when you put Pokemon in the daycare, you will learn more moves or whatever. You can overwrite certain moves you want, but my Reuniclus are so high level, he's not learning any more moves, so I might as well just go ahead and put him in the thing, right? So south of Goldenrod, someone said. So this guy breeds Pokemon, but you can go ahead, walk in here, talk to this lady. Can she raise multiple? Can she raise 2? Yeah. So I'm gonna give her. This will be a good test. I'm gonna give her both of my Reunicluses. Go grab more Pokemon to XP train, and then just go XP train those Mons, and then by the end of the stream, we can see how much XP they've gained. 24-inch gaming monitor, incoming grass to both of you. For those who don't know, that is so wholesome. Thank you, JWTree. What JWTree is saying is he just bought us a monitor on our wedding registry, which is very fucking sweet. I love the idea of having our wedding registry linked to chat, but I think it doxes us is the only problem. I could talk to Casey about that if you guys are interested. If you want to just a monitor on the weather is just crazy. Casey shot down so many of my ideas. I wanted fucking arcade machines. I wanted fucking basketball arcade machine at home. I wanted so much more dumb stuff, but like, you know, I guess it should be. I think a monitor is fine. I think a monitor makes more sense. She okayed the monitor. She said a monitor and a television were okay. We need way more TVs in this place. We do not have a living room TV. I'm only surrounded by I'm only surrounded by 4 screens right now, guys. There's not enough technology around me personally. I need way. I yearn for the 5G throughout my bones. Yeah, let me go grab these Metagrosses though. Let's go XP trainings. I don't have any Metagross level 100, which is crazy, but okay, to the point. JDB Tree, that was super nice of you. And it's cute to say it in chat, dude. You're fucking a gem, dude. I appreciate it, man. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much, man. Five review is crazy. Monitors, yeah. Fuck the fine china. Yeah, I wasn't into fine china. I was into we got some cool stuff like blenders. We needed a knife set. Like, we have some of the typical boring stuff. We have nice sharp knives. For the first time, I've never owned a sharp knife, I'm gonna be honest. These knives are insane. They actually like cut through things. It's blowing my mind. I've never been able to like we don't have a pizza cutter yet, and I've had to use the knives to like cut pizza slices, and it actually works. Like, I have cut so many pizza with knives, and I always just end up tearing because it's actually, it sounds dumb, but I've never owned a sharp knife ever. So yeah, this is an amazing new arc in my life. Knives cutting through things, it's very rare, you know, in this economy. I've never owned one. Like, through rope, dude, I'm just happy it can cut through bread. I'm happy it can cut through sausage in one slice. Like, the amount of fucking hacksawing away I've done on kielbasa, like, you know, you're 26. Yeah, I've never really had to buy a nice knife set, you know. That's fair. I don't know. Yeah, I'm 26. I've never wanted to drop like $60 on a knife set. Like, that's not intriguing to me, you know? Why would I drop $60 on a knife set when I could just go buy fucking 4 polluted deltas, you know? Like, oh my, what the hell, right? Kielbasa, I just made kielbasa last night. I love me some big Polish sausage, dude. Huge fan. It was very, very good. I didn't expect to eat it all because the whole sausage is like 1,400 calories. But I fasted yesterday. I've been fasting, intermittent fasting, dude. I fasted yesterday for like, I think 10 or 11 hours. Casey went longer. I think Casey did 12 to 13. We really want to slim down a bit for our wedding. You know, we're a bigger couple, and that's okay. We love to eat together. That's a part of being in a relationship. You do want to tame it down or trim it down a bit when it gets a little too. We just want to make sure we live a long and healthy life together. I always say it was funny because, like, especially now we've stopped doing this, but we've kind of stopped playing tennis. Me and her were both playing tennis like 5 to 6 days a week. Our cardio got really good at one point. But we still were just like, we weren't losing weight. We were like, it was crazy. Like, we would play tennis for like 1 to 2 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. And I just eat a lot of food. I fucking love to eat, dude. I'm just fucking starving all the time. I think I was born fucking hungry, dude. I don't know, man. It's hard, Solstice. Like, it's hard to learn. But it is, yeah, like, I think when I started intermittent fasting, like when I first started, I would just try to do like, 2 hours, like just wait 2 hours after waking up before eating. It's not really intermittent fasting at that point. That's just breakfast, but you know what I mean? And then, okay, let's do 4 hours, or let's do 3 hours, and then 4 hours. And then you work it up to 6 hours. I think if you can do 6 hours, everything comes, as someone who is fat, as someone who is fat, all these things, everything comes down to calories in, calories out. It's not complicated. Well, at the end of the day, it's not complicated, but it is complicated. There's a reason why a lot of people can't lose weight. I've lost a lot of weight. I've gained a lot of weight. I've done it all. When I was 18, I was at my peak weight. I was 6'2", I think at that point, 6'2", 320 pounds. And then by the time I was 19 and a half, I was 6'4" and a third. Don't forget that. And I lost down to 215 at my, so I lost 105 pounds in like a year and a half, or a year, basically a year at one point. But yeah, it's not physically complicated, but it's mentally complicated. Well, it's not even, well, let's be careful. Well, I guess, no, you didn't say that. Some people, yeah, it's always frustrating when people say like, oh, like, people always give fat people advice. Me being the fat, I'm not trying to like, you know, I'm not like, oh, fat people, I'm fucking fat. That's what I'm, you know, people always tell fat people like, oh, just eat less food. And it's like, dude, we know, like, it's not, you know, it's just a vice that we have. And it's just something that can be hard. Especially like when your life is already stressful and there's other things. It's not common, but it's difficult. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I want to be, yeah, really fucking clear. For me, intermittent fasting works. So finding things that mentally work for you, even though it is physically simple, is really important. For me, intermittent fasting helps a ton. Yeah, dude, it happens, Solstice. It happens. Falling asleep hungry? Yeah, I can't do it. Like, I can't go to sleep hungry. I panic. I say this all the time. Like, I don't know if it was due to like I grew up with food insecurity and all these things and like not having access to food. I have like this fear of being hungry. Oh yeah, weight loss is 90% mental. Maybe even 99% mental. 100%. It's tough. I would say life is just like 90% mental though. That's the meme, I guess, right? Yeah, so I have a fear of being hungry. Like it took a long time for me to like be okay with being hungry. Like it took me a while to be like, okay, I can starve myself and I can fast because I have food in the kitchen. Like I don't need to like worry about when I'm next gonna have access to food. I am okay. Like it took me a long time to realize that. It was really, really tough. But fucking yeah, once I got used to that and once I became okay, and it was almost like exposure therapy, right? Like I had to force myself to let myself get hungry so I didn't have that fear of being hungry. And once you do that, being hungry isn't so scary. That's the meme. I definitely stress eat for sure as well. Yeah, I love talking about weight loss. I love talking about all these things because I love to encourage people to try. Someone in my stream once said they started going to the gym consistently and lost a bunch of weight because of which means the world to me. That's amazing. Yeah, I eat a lot of food for sure. Yeah, 180 being the heaviest, you're probably doing great. But yeah, it's just, yeah, with a child, dude, I can't imagine. Like that's for sure. So much extra stress and so many things. I always tell people like it's good to analyze, is right now a time in my life where I need to worry about my weight, right? And that sounds dumb, like, oh, you should obviously worry about your health all the time, but like not all, sometimes you just can't, man. If you're trying to get that promotion at your job, if you're trying to raise your like kid for the first few years, like if you're trying to like, there are times in your life where your time and your energy is too sucked up. Now it doesn't really take that much time. Like you can just like not eat, obviously, or just like spend 20 minutes a day exercising and pretty much lose weight. It also doesn't take that much time. It takes more mental energy. And if you're in a state where you don't really have the mental energy to focus on losing weight, I think that's totally okay. I think it's good to acknowledge, you know what, I can't work on this right now. Let me finish this current stressor and I'll do it in 3 months. Now, make sure you do it when you set that time frame, because then you could, put it off forever, and that's a different problem. But I think it's good for people to be like, okay, let me not fucking hate myself and feel like dog shit because I'm overweight right now. Let me just push that to the side for a few months and then I'll work on it, right? I think it's really important to tell people, because there's so many studies coming out. It's actually really, really, this is one of the most interesting. It's really sad, but it's aggressively interesting. There's a bunch of studies coming out that are saying that the mental damage and like the stress and the I don't want to say unalivings, right? Like the mental damage that is being done to fat people is worse than the physical damage. It is like the bullying and the harassment that people get. Thankfully, I never really, my siblings grew up making fun of my weight all the time, and I just got used to it. I don't really mind. Like if someone makes fun of my weight, I actually don't really care. I don't mind that much. But fucking But for a lot, but luckily, right, I grew up with siblings, so it was easy. But for a lot of people, that's really fucking tough. And it rightfully so, right? Doesn't make just because I'm decent at handling it doesn't mean someone else, you know, shouldn't be. The mental damage is taking more years off their life than the visceral fat around their organs. That's really sad to me. And I think that really shows we need a like societal change. And like, if you actually want someone to lose weight and actually want someone to better themselves, you probably shouldn't make fun of them when they actually do go to the gym, or you probably shouldn't make fun of them when they actually do order a salad, right? We've all seen those Instagram posts of that girl, of like a fat girl being like, ordering a salad at Panera or some shit and being like, oh, this is my normal order, and everybody in the comments being like, yeah, I'm sure it is. Like come on, if that's maybe it's her normal order for a week, maybe it's been there for 2 weeks, or maybe it is and she eats a bunch of other food. Like I don't know. We should be encouraging people to fucking lose weight if that's, but I feel like there's so much hatred in the world right now on the internet. It's mostly on the internet. If you go talk to people IRL and you touch grass, there's not as much hatred as it feels like there is. You know, it is definitely exacerbated by online right now. But fucking I don't know. Like, we should, if someone is doing that, we should encourage that. We should just encourage people to not hate themselves is really the main thing. The more you get someone, if you can get someone who is 300 pounds to love themselves and to not fucking hate themselves because of that, which they shouldn't. It's just another thing. Like then they're more likely to lose the weight eventually, or they're more likely to just be happy and live a good life, which is what we want for everybody, right? Like that's a lot. Like if we just, I don't know, TLDR, moral of the story, be nicer to everybody. Like if you leave this stream, be a little nicer. That's it. Sure, Sonny, but I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. We don't need to, like, that's a whole nother thing, I guess, right? But why would you, but make fun of those people for that, right? Not because of the weight, right? If someone's lying for clout, make fun of them for lying for clout. Don't make fun of them for the weight. I don't know, there's a lot of, I need body fat for the hormones. Yeah, that's fuck. That's another, there's so many complicated things with that. I mean, I could go into the memes, but yeah. Biggest my fat, it was even more. Yeah, fuck. Someone gonna fed myself. Fuck. Based Shizu. The film is fat in Spanish. I don't get Mr. Yeah. Something to take care of. I think that's a good. Yeah. Kids are brutal. Yeah. 8-year-old stepsister. Fuck. That'll flame you for sure. Bad. That's so tough. Yeah, I like to talk about this a lot as well, Fairy. I always tell people, like, as a fat, we'll move on from this in a second, guys. I apologize. So I don't want to, like, it's like it can be seen as like a, you know, it's a stressful conversation for a lot of people. They don't want to have to always think about it. That's the main thing, is just try not to always think about your weight. That is, I meet so many people who just, that's all they can think about, and you're never going to be able to help. That's a tougher. I can just say, oh, don't think about it, but that's a lot harder to do, right? I'm not sure. I'd have to check specifically, Chihuahua. Sorry, we'll go back to Pokemon in a second. Don't worry, you to bulk. Yeah, that's my copium. I've been bulking for 26 years, true and real. I was gonna say, as a fat person, nothing tilts me more when fat people tell skinny people, like, oh, or people who like have a struggle gaining weight and underweight people, oh, I wish I could just eat as much as you and not worry about it, or oh, I wish I was blah, blah. It tilts. I've had so many friends who have the opposite issue as me, where they do struggle to gain weight, and it's literally the same problem. It is so obviously just the other end of the spectrum, where there's two different problems. And oh my god, it is infuriating to me when fat people can't empathize with people who struggle to gain weight, and like they will say stuff like that, like say stuff like, oh, I wish I was just like you, and I wish I struggled to gain weight. And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. That is so dumb to say. And it just goes both ways. Like it's just so crazy. Anyways, yeah, we can move on from, once again, ways. It's not good to think about it all the time. You shouldn't be worried about it all the time. You know, worry about it when you can do something about it. Worry about it when you could go to the gym. Worry about it when you could choose not to eat that extra burger. But don't worry about it every second of every day. It's just gonna drive you crazy. Just to gain weight, yeah, I respect it, man. It's fucking tough. Good morning. Good morning, Pat. I got a Muna 0 phases yesterday to break my 89k dry streak. Dude, Young Cabbage, congrats. Muna is a criminally underrated shiny. Fantastic. Super, super good shiny. You're the first person in my life to hear recognize it's just as hard being skinny as it is being fat. I would say that it depends. It depends. It depends. It depends how skinny you are. I would say the problems are the same. The problems are just as hard, is what I would say. Actually, so that sentence is true, right? Where it is just hard to fix the problem and to like, I always say like, dude, have you ever like super been stuffed and eaten a shit ton of food and you're trying to like stuff more? It is grotesque to try to keep eating food when you're stuffed. It feels horrible and disgusting, right? That's how a lot of people who are underweight feel like when they try to eat much of anything. And it's a really gross feeling to try to eat. Yeah, but like it's really, really hard. But I would say fat people get scrutinized a lot more, like publicly and societally than if you're skinny, you're not going to get flamed as much. But that depends. It depends. You still get flamed. Like you still will be called string bean and stick, and like there are mean nicknames and there are like that childhood scrutiny and whatever. But generally, I don't think you get flamed as much. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't fucking live that experience, so I don't know. Similar. Yes. Wow. Similar struggles, much less social stigma. That's what I would say. Actually fixing the problem is just as hard in my opinion. I think it's just as hard to lose weight than it is to gain weight, depending on the person. Like depending on the person, you know. It's a person-to-person thing, but the social scrutiny is different. Can we get some PvP? Probably not today. There's too much prep to be doing for raids and upcoming stuff. Yes. I mean, the aspect in your weight. Yeah, yes. I super 100%. The aspect of changing your weight when you have an underweight problem versus overweight is the same exact difficulty. I agree with that. That's how I feel. Yeah, I hate stuff like that, Fairy. Why say it? Why? Yeah, I don't know. Thankfully, I feel like we're getting better on that stuff. Dude, and there it is, fellas. The shiny Muna from Young Cabbage. It's so good. Let me finish this battle. It's so sick, man. So much worse than Europe. I wouldn't go. I don't know. Some people make that claim. I don't know if that's true, Hubert. I would just say I don't know. Because I genuinely, I'd have to. I have like an inkling. I have an intuition and a feeling on that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. I'd have to do a lot more research before making a claim like that. I don't know. I mean, unhealthy food is definitely much cheaper. Like much cheaper. Little Debbie snacks are gonna run you a lot less money than if you were to buy a bag of oranges, right? Like I paid $5 for a bag of oranges, which is like quote unquote cheap. And I've been on an orange kick. Can we talk about that? I've been eating like 2 oranges a day. I fucking love oranges. Oh my god. I don't know. I have discovered. Yeah, zebra cakes are my favorite, JW Tree. I have rediscovered. Well, specifically, I love they make zebra cake Swiss rolls. And for whatever reason, those taste so much better than zebra cakes to me. Whatever, it's like just zebra cake flavored. Anyways, those are so fucking good. It's hard to find them. Anyways, I've been on a fucking orange kick, dude. Yeah, they're so good, JW. You have to find them. It's kind of tough. I found them at Harris Teeter's occasionally. But yeah, like Little Debbie snacks are way cheaper than like fruit and like that, which sucks. It does just suck. Like, but that's yeah. It's easier to produce. It makes sense. Deviled creams. That sounds familiar. I don't know if I know. Devil creams. Oh, yeah. I have seen these. I don't know if I've ever had one of those. I've seen those. I ate a lot of the oatmeal cream pies growing up because these were the cheapest calorie to dollar. I would buy, there was a card store at my local card store. It was 2 for $1. On these oatmeal cream pies, and they were 800 calories. God, this is no wonder I fucking ended up fat. Holy shit, dude. I would spend $3 and get 6 oatmeal cream pies, so that's 2,400 calories of like pure sugar and oatmeal. I guess that's why it's healthy, you know. Yes. But it was $3 for my food for the day, for my fuel to keep playing Magic the Gathering, and I could spend the other like $2 my mom gave me for food on Magic cards, and then there we go. That's how you build up the collection, fellas. I I think they're 400 calories a piece. I think JW Tree. So it's 2 of them is 800. I think. Oatmeal, cream, pie, calories. They're really calorie dense. This says 330 per serving. I think they've gotten smaller, so that might be why. Well, these small ones, well, no, okay, now there's little ones that are 170. So it is going to depend on the size. There were bigger ones. There were bigger ones that were like 400 a piece at the time. When it's Safari Week, I think it should be from the 22nd to the 29th, I think. Ignore my message, but now I gotta scroll up and see it, Shizu. Sorry, I'm unhinged. I just woke up. Orange is yummy, but I don't like the feeling when you bite in it. Shut up. You're so dumb. I love oranges, dude. I've been on an orange kick. You can't do this to me. Sorry to bring up the more food discussion, dude. The only thing that sucks about oranges is fucking, I hate peeling them. It is a pain. One glimmer of hope after treated as a transient would be actually result in a lower metabolism, actually allowing to gain some body fat. Good luck. The best of fucking luck to you, Fairy. For the wishing stone, that mana fee could be a good enough reward. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it would be OP in PvP or PvE. Probably not. I don't know enough about mana fee. I'm not experienced enough with that Pokemon, so I don't know, honestly. Happy Pat ignores Twitch chat. Yeah, he only reads YouTube chat. What's the meme? True and real. 21st to the 30th? Is that the official? Oh, I think I'm confusing Safari Week with the Team Mr. event. Okay, fair. Tailed low mana fee? Yeah. It's tailed low. Tailed low is a scary move. Tailed low is a scary move. I would love to see one Pokemon with tailed low actually be good in PokeMMO though. Can we see that? Gamba? Yes, we should run one. Let's do that. Start a prediction. Will Pat see a shiny today? 30 minutes. Yes, Pat is the Rizzler. No, Pat is a beta. Make your bets. Make your gambles. Fake points. Bet your fake points. Get them going. Will he see a shiny? Will he not? Either account could count or matter. Single encountering on the alt. ×5 hordes in the main. Mostly XP training, though. Probably only getting around 500, maybe 700 encounters per hour if you include the alt account single encounters. Run your numbers, do your math, make your bets. As far as the rotations, I think it's random on the day. I keep hearing different information on it though. Rizzler and beta, I don't know, dude. Fucking haha memes funny. I don't know, man. What you think will get a shiny? Yes, true. Will Pat eat an orange today? Odds are yes. Not 99% chance I do. Can you find Articuno in Mount Moon? If you're in Mount Moon, I don't think you can, dude. You can't find legendaries in caves, right? If you're not, I would check out my my PokeMMO Legendary Guide if you haven't, just to make sure you're caught up with everything. So I'm pretty sure you can't find Articuno in Mount Moon. I've always said that if PokeMMO changed PvP rewards and added worthwhile incentives to play PvP, not only would more people PvP, but it would help the economy all around. Yeah, absolutely. Queue times would be better too. Even if you're not a PvP fan, right? Like, having PvP be properly balanced and have PvP have good rewards is better for everybody, because then it makes those multiple 31s and 1x31 and good IV Pokemon more desirable to those PvP players. Therefore, things become better Pokeyen per hour. And therefore, it helps money farmers and grinders, and then it also gets more people into PvP. It is just a win-win-win-win-win. Absolutely, it is a win-win-win-win-win. I actually have a video coming out talking about how bad PvP rewards are. Specifically, like, there's a certain thing that should just be hotfixed. Like, it is kind of unacceptable in my opinion. But we'll see what happens with that. With a trade, maybe Alpha. What's up, dude? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think the doubles community wants the VGC format, but I could be wrong. Adding PCG, that's like the add-on that does the maybe gift. Yeah, you can, if you have a gift for me, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I thank you for the offer. How do I spend my fake points for a good accent? Ooh, let me know if someone actually redeems that. You can do it in on the Twitch chat menu thing, right? I'm hurting my neck today from all this nerd necking. Let me try to fix this, fellas. How can you get the raids? They aren't out yet, dude. They aren't out yet. If you Google PokeMMO raids, I have a full playlist of information on them. They are not out yet. I've never accidentally killed a shiny, thankfully. If you try to kill a shiny in a times 5 horde, the game will warn you. It'll say like, hey, you're about to kill a shiny. And you have to like click a confirmation. Shiny charm. Thank you for the gift, dude. I won't pop it right now because I'm on an XP charm, but I'll pop it when I go to Shunt today. So thank you so much. I really fucking appreciate that, dude. What's Ripardo's held item? Choice specs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Alpha. Thank you, dude. Dude is swaying the dude is swaying the fucking Gamba in his favor. Giga Chad. My nerd neck is strong today. That's amazing, Aaliyah. Congrats. How to get raids? Yeah, so raids are not in the game. They'll come out hopefully in June or July, but we'll have to see. Once again, I have a big playlist dedicated to all the information. I actually desperately need a neck massage. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love massages. I didn't get a massage until I got a couples massage with Casey when I was like 2 years ago, and I still just like, I think massages might be one of my favorite things on planet Earth. I'm not joking. Oh my god, they are incredible. They feel so fucking crazy good. I feel like I want a massage once a month. If I can have a massage once a month, pay rent, eat food, I'll be a happy boy. Okay, that's a happy life right there. I know it sounds a little funny, but god, they're amazing. I recommend trying them out if you haven't. I think that they're completely anonymous. I don't know if I've ever seen any proper Pikachu. Wishing Stone purpose? It has no purpose. It literally has no purpose at the moment. Also, you can't get it. I mean, it's an item that you can no longer get in the game. So we'll see if they add a purpose at some point. Thanks for the follow, Bet Alpha. I really appreciate that, dude. Hopefully the content's been entertaining or helpful enough to warrant that. And the shiny charm, man. That was really, really generous of you. You didn't have to do that, man, but I appreciate it. Let me, I was like, what the fuck is that noise? I thought it was in-game, but it's someone outside, like, weed whacking. I was like, what Pokemon makes that battle cry? New Zelda game? Oh, I saw the Nintendo thing happening today. That's cool, man. Excited for people who are interested in that. Yeah, that's been the main theory, Patrick, is Jirachi. We don't have an answer though at the moment. What event was Wishing Stone Christmas? What event was or was it Lunar New Year? What event was Wishing Stone? Christmas? I can't remember. Give us Jirachi. I'll take a Healing Wisher that has it Ninetales or Musharna. I love Musharna, dude. Very cool Pokemon. Or Healing Wish Pokemon would be cool to see. Any other raids you're excited for in the future? I mean, tons of stuff I could. You know, Gen 6 one day, just for shiny variants and stuff. If the community wants it, of course. I just more shiny updates and more things to see and just getting more Pokemon. Anything that helps the community. Guild halls. I think I have tons of videos that go over, like, updates I would like to see to PokeMMO. Heavy duty boots. RU and PU added. I would love to see. Yes, Shads. Did you reclaim it? Did you get some justice? What happened, dude? Nice. A Litwick's a great shiny, dude. 2 Lepashunts, dude. Damn. Congrats to you, man. Okay, I'm glad you at least got a shiny to make up for it a bit, dude. XP charm ended. Thank you. Good call. Okay. I think I'm just popping another XP charm. Or lucky egg. I almost forgot. Jeez Louise. Hello? Altar and cave? Give me an encounter? Okay. Okay, that's the end of that XP charm. I want to pop a lucky egg and see if it's the same exact effect or like what. If it's 30 minutes, then it's probably not worth it. But I want to see how this works. Let's pop it. Let's see what it shows. 60 minutes, 100%. Yeah. Okay. So lucky egg is the exact same thing, the exact same effect as a 100% XP charm. I've heard different things. I've heard varying things, but it is the exact same. Good to know. Okay. So if you want XP charms or lucky eggs or whatever, and you see that lucky eggs are that much cheaper, what you should actually be doing is buying lucky eggs. If they're that much cheaper, like I'm going to go ahead and buy these up, honestly, because I want some. I'm a big XP item fan. I think that they're going to increase in value. I've been saying forever. I've been making my own investments. This is my personal opinion and my own personal thoughts. Make any investments that you want to make at your own risk. But I think that lucky eggs, I think XP items in general will go up when raids release. I think people need a lot. Will need a lot of them. 45 mil. You know what? I'm gonna do something that I've never done on stream. Ever before. I wish I could see this better. Let me actually just go to the PC really quick. Firstly, let's claim all these. Well, actually, let's do this first. I want to do something that I've never done on stream. Maybe something that I've never done in PokeMMO ever. I want to essentially buy up the Lucky Egg market. I don't know. I'm that confident in this investment. I'm willing to spend a lot of my Pokeyen here. I feel like they will go up. I feel like they're hard to get. I feel like they operate the same. Yeah, that's all of them. There are no more Lucky Eggs on the GTL. It's perfect. It's beautiful. How much are XP charm? 50%. Now, these are cheaper than Lucky Egg Smalls. Right? And these are only 50% for 30 minutes. That's kind of funny. But there we go. That is all Lucky Eggs. All Lucky Eggs on the market are now in my hands. Feel free to line. Okay, selling for 200K. Feel free to line up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to hold these until raids drop, and I think that they'll be a good investment. But I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong, so we'll have to see what happens. Popping a charm. I don't think... I mean, if you want to pop a charm, I'll join the link. I really appreciate that offer. But I'm just XP trading right now, so... I understand, you know... I don't need to be in charm. Sorry, I'll finish this battle. Invest? Yeah, it's... If you want to reach high levels of wealth in PokeMMO, you have to invest, in my opinion. Like, investments is how you make big Pokeyen, in my opinion. It's really the only... If you ever want to be a billionaire in PokeMMO or like hundreds of millions, it's the easiest way to make the most amount of money. Now, it takes a long... You have to be patient. It just takes a long period of time. If you're not going to play the game for at least 2 more years or hold on to an investment for at least 2 years, I probably just wouldn't invest. Keep that in mind. Sound like a stock, bro? I know. It's cringe. I fucking hate it. But I am a PokeMMO. I'm a PokeMMO finance bro, okay? Not a crypto bro. Not a finance bro. God, I hate finance bros. The problem with finance bros is they always want to talk about finance, and it's all they want to talk about, and they talk it to, like, people who fucking... it's so cringe. Yeah, I agree. But PokeMMO, like, I don't know. Yeah. Wide lens? No. Was that an actual investment? I bet it was at times. I bet there's been times. Good luck to you, Shads. Good luck, dude. On your Smeargle shunt. He's gonna show hog. How do I do a link? You can whisper. Let me turn my whispers on. You can either come to me in game. That's easier. But it's probably hard since I'm at Mount Silver. You might not have access to it. I'm going to turn whispers on. You can whisper me in game by typing /W space Patrouski and then send a message. Space and like a message. And then you can like, I can respond to you. You can right click my name. There you go. Yo, thank you so much. Oh, you can just, there you go. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate the invite. Kingdom Hearts? Which Kingdom Hearts is it? I haven't played much Kingdom Hearts. Once again, I think I've only played Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advanced. Yo, what's up, Eboja? How you doing? How's your finance going, bro? Don't ask. I don't want to talk about it. But PokeMMO finances, very good. IRL finances, questionable, but I don't want to talk about it. Hi from, what's up, dude? First live, I have a question. What's up, man? How can I help you today? I need to... if you don't have other people to invite to the charm shads, I can actually invite my alt account and then someone else from Team Mister, but it's your charm. So obviously if you have people to invite, go ahead. France, buddy, I was hoping, dude, I suck at geography. I suck at flags. Dude, someone coming in and being like, hey, greetings from, and then like X flag, dude, dude, that's like my nightmare, okay? I don't fucking, like, I don't know, bro. The Maryland flag is the only flag I know, okay? Giga Chad, true and real. One place my buddy is joining. Yeah, of course. Please feel free to invite. It's your charm. Invite whoever you want. Yeah, nice, Fidget. Fever. That game is, yeah, strange. I feel like there's Goofy in that game. You're killing me, bro. I stand strong to the stereotype. The geography education in America is not so good, okay? But you know what? You know what I can do? I can shiny hunt and I can grind, okay? There you go. That's the American dream. Yeehaw, brother. Yeehaw. Do we know anything about what's happening outside of our own country? Absolutely, positively not. Can we sit at a computer screen and run back and forth? Hell yeah, we can, brother. Okay, Kona. Just a stereotype? I think it's a decent stereotype. Well, it's a stereotype, but it's true that Americans are bad at geography. The stereotype doesn't have to be wrong. Okay, Ryuk actually kind of based, though. Why does every country just copy America's colors? True. True. And we don't care. Hell yeah, brother. You ain't going up. No, obviously I'm fucking joking. I wouldn't go that far, Choco, but I wouldn't go that far. I think America's doing not bad. I think that's I don't know. It sucks that, like, it's hard. Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. I don't want to get into the, you know, I think we're doing okay. We could do a lot of things better, but I think we're doing okay. When they decide, yeah, fuck. That's a good. From far when they decide. Fuck, that's a, yeah, fair. All European states are borders. Every state is like a country. Based. True. Absolutely true and real. Americans don't even know American geography. True. Some of us starting to dislike the stream. Oh no. Fair. Understandable. Fair. Understandable. Fair. Have a nice day. Understandable. USA and patriotism sucks. That's a little harsh. No, I don't want to get political, but I think blind patriotism is really bad, right? For any country. I think hardcore rooting for your shit, not critiquing your country, all that shit through the whatever the fuck. That's really bad. I think it's really problem. I think critiquing your country is really important. I also think praising your country is really important. I think doing both and just objectively viewing something. If you're looking at your country and you can only see negatives, you're probably not looking at it objectively. If you look at your country, you can only see positives, you're probably not looking at it objectively. That's really all it comes down to. I think a lot of people are too far in one direction or the other. I think way too many people are America bad right now, and way too many people are America good, right? Where it's probably like, America's fine. Like I think there's positives and negatives. I think it's when you're so far into one or the other. Proud to be British. Okay, well that's where I draw the line. Wait a minute. Well, wait a minute. No, I'm just kidding. Beans on toast ass over here. You are a philosopher. I am a naive 26-year-old cringer. I run back and forth and look for different colored sprites. But I appreciate it. I do really, not to like minimize, I actually really fucking enjoy philosophy, and I was really lucky that I had like 4.5 years of my life to just like reflect on my life and like think. Sounds so pretentious, but like it's really just, I didn't think of anything profound. I really just like sat and built my foundation, right? America is a continent. Okay. Sure. Hoenn patriotism based. True and real. XP candies or lucky eggs will be that good of an investment. I don't think that XP candies or lucky eggs will be that good of an investment. My reasoning is that if candy price lucky eggs are too expensive, people will just start farming them more. If lucky eggs are more, and people, for example, who don't normally do alphas will normally... I get what you're saying. So what I would say is it'll increase the... Like, what will happen is... But the price can still increase, right? That's like supply and demand, right? If the price of things go up, people will go farm it more. Absolutely, that is true. But I like, and it's totally fine. So I guess your argument is that the supply will be far too much, and it will outweigh that the demand will ever reach, which is a super, once again, fair take, fair opinion. There is no wrong opinions when it comes to like market predictions because it's way too complicated. I don't know the answer for sure. This is a great point, right? I feel like that the demand will outweigh the supply because people are going to need multiple XP charm 100% to get level 100 Pokemon for raids, multiple lucky egg, like big ones for like people are gonna need so many things. Detroit isn't real. Hey, careful. Detroit style pizza. Me and Casey did a quiz yesterday. Dude, Detroit style pizza is easily my favorite pizza. You guys are fucking killing it. Oh my god, that thick deep dish, crispy on the outside, cheese encrusted. Oh, I love a Detroit style pizza. Dude, New York style pizza, I'm about to lose a lot of subs. Cringe. Detroit style pizza, giga fucking chad. True and real. True and real. And we have a lot of Lions fans in my community, and I'm rooting for the Lions. I want them to win a bowl. I want him to win a little bit of a bowl. Good luck to you, Tyler. Going for Phenos, those special mons, is the hardest part of the deck's completion. Good luck to you. I think Shiny Meowth is solid. It's fine. I think Shiny Persian is one of the worst. Is there Mountain Dew in Britain? I don't think so they could handle it. Well, aren't all sodas in Britain kind of dog shit because they can't use delicious, incredible, genius, human scientifically invented corn syrup? They can't use the gods' nectar? Ugh, unbelievable. Shake my head. Is it bad for you? Yes. Is it fucking delicious and makes everything S tier incredible? Hell yeah, brother. Absolutely. We don't abuse sugar. Hey, man, I drink zero sugar everything, okay? Zero sugar. Give me that, the aspartame, the chemicals, those macroplastics. Please give me more. I love them so much. Zero sugar? I mean, it is zero sugar. Least chemically overdosed American. True. Absolutely based. Now, zero sugar doesn't mean zero consequences. I think a lot of people, some people say zero sugar, and people are like, you're drinking zero sugar. That's actually, and it's like, yeah, it's not zero consequences, right? The main problems, you can go look up studies, and I encourage you to. A lot of people spread so much misinformation and fear when it comes to zero sugar sodas. What you actually want to do is go look up studies, go to Google Scholar, do all that stuff, right? From my understanding, from my layman understanding, right? The main downsides of zero sugar sodas are that they give you a strong urge to actually eat and drink real sugar. That's the main thing. That's the main thing is they actually give you like increase your appetite, right? Which can be problematic if you're wanting to lose weight or whatever, right? Wait, Shuckle, you fucking nailed it. Wait, yes. Your end result is the same? That's not true. That's actually not true at all. You don't like gain the calorie. That's not true. But the urge is that, yeah, that's you can't drink a 0 calorie thing and then it's like oh, that's the same as 200 calories. That's not true at all. I once again just go nerd. I do my own research. At one point in my life I did a lot of my own research, and it was really fucking not fun and boring, and I get why nobody does it. It took me like 3 to 6 hours that time to read through like one study. It's not fun. I get why everybody just headline reads. And I haven't done my own research on something in like a while. Divided. I bet that's super true. I don't know, Shiny Charcoal. I don't know. That might be true. I don't know. I think most people, but the meme is, when you compare, what happens is another thing, another health thing, right? When you're talking about diet sodas, a lot of people start comparing diet sodas to water. And then it's like, well, yeah, of course water's better. If you just didn't drink diet, it'd be better. But you're drinking diet soda so that you don't drink normal soda or this happened a lot with like, what's that super popular, like, is it Poppy or whatever? That's like really popular. It's like a low sugar soda. I don't really care for it, but a lot of people really like it or some shit. And like, water is kind of goated, but it's nice. I like Carbon Ninjas as well. But like people are like, yeah, like Poppy's a really cool, like healthier alternative. And people on social media are like, Poppy has 5 grams of sugar, so it's actually really bad for you. And it's like, okay, 5 grams versus 50 grams is a lot better. Now, is it a good thing for you to drink? No, it's still a little treat, but it's better to have that little, and you probably shouldn't be drinking like 20 a day, but that's the main thing. I might have a lot of kidney stone problems because I feel like that's probably one thing I need to be. I'm just kind of scared for that. I'm not going to lie. I eat, and my life is very kidney stone adjacent. I don't know how to, I'm scared for that because I feel like I do a lot of things that build kidney stones, but so we'll see on that. I have not, B-Jammer. I feel like a lot of that seems really fear-mongery, but I haven't read into studies, so what do I know? What do I know? I feel like in general, there's just, I mean, fear-monger has always been around. It just sells. The more scared something seems, the more clicks it gets. Plastic in our balls, it's a short story. That's fucking fantastic, dude. That's amazing. Is that going to lead to, like, longer? Okay, never mind. No, shut up. I don't care, dude. Fucking, I'll try to live the best life I can. Kidney stone. I'm stone prone. That is true. Not looking forward to that. I haven't had a problem yet, but I'm probably gonna get. I'm probably gonna get fucked on that. That's, yeah. All balls have plastic based. Hell yeah, brother. It protects them, I assume. Let's all genetically engineer. Okay, anyways, makes them bigger. If you ask me, I don't know if that's a good thing, but. Anyways, for like control, Jesus, Pigeon. Okay, anyways. Wow, what are we? Okay, chat. How many encounters? It's Pigeon. How many encounters until the next shiny Pokemon, guys? You know, we're at 27,000 almost. Plastic balls aside, let's go ahead and yeah, Spidget, shut up. I don't want to. That's crazy. You play 2 characters on the same account. You cannot. It will it'll log you out. You need 2 different logins. 27,100, very generous guess. I appreciate that. Respect that and appreciate it. I think this is the most the most platform defining thing that I've ever seen between Twitch and YouTube chat is that when I talk about plastic balls, Twitch viewers go up. On YouTube, when I talk about plastic balls, YouTube viewers go down. That is the perfect dichotomy of the different types of viewers on those platforms. Definitely not in correlation to anything else. That is the only thing true and real. Absolutely. Anyways, there's NBC and Sinnoh with Chinese. He's exchange. Yeah, so that is what's his name? I haven't talked to him in a long time. That's how prismatic pearls come into the game. You can basically exchange your shinies with him. I would never exchange an OT shiny, and then most shinies aren't worth it. It's kind of like a market check thing, where like it's almost like high alchemy in RuneScape for shinies, where like shinies can never go below a certain price because prismatic pearls will always have value. A ball is true and real. I don't know, it's something like that. Or more conscious of their health. You know what? That's a really wholesome way to put it, Owl City. I really like that. I was just listening to the stream of the plastic balls, got my attention. Are you winning some PvP games today, Spidget? Are you winning, son? How are you doing today? How about balls? Yeah, welcome back, Arranger. Maybe you could save us. Switch the topic. I think I gained 40 viewers talking about the plastic in our testicles. Twitch, are you okay? Can we... What is happening? Can we... Okay, anyways. I haven't yet. The shiny Marl is still on my... I gained like a 50% viewer uptick. You guys are crazy. And it must be a glitch. Anyways, I found my new talking point for every stream recap. Anyways. I still have the Marl on the alt account. I'm still flexing it on the alt. Quote unquote flexing. We got plastic where? Nowhere. In your fridges, in your Tupperware. True and real. Beautiful. Anyways. Lucky Egg's doing okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Has their priorities on point. Says YouTube chat. That's funny. He gives random shinies? Well, no. He doesn't give shinies. You consume shinies to him. And he gives you prismatic pearls. How many pearls per shiny? It depends on the rarity of the shiny. Like, I think Shuckle gives like 18 or some shit. That might be too... That might be that. It's a lot. It might not be that much. But like, certain shinies give a lot more. How's your day going? My day's pretty solid, Max. What's up, gamer? I did a lot of work this morning on a really big project that I've been working on. We'll see how that comes. How about that airline food? I've never fucking flown in a plane. I have no idea. I've never flown a plane. Haha, get it? Like, no, anyways. Like an Infernape video. How do you feel about Infernape? What's your rating? How is your PvP going? I'm not playing. It's fucking not. I don't know, bro. I'm busy. I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Okay, wait, that's a cute little... I hit Diamond. That's not really that impressive at all, but I hit Diamond on Magic the Gathering Arena. That's pretty cool. I quit Magic for like 6 years or some shit. I came back like 2 weeks ago, and I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena a bit. And I hit Diamond. It's kind of cool. It doesn't really mean that much because I feel like in that game it's so hard to lose rank. Like you kind of just, I don't know if rank matters in that game until like top mythic. I don't know, bro. But it's been fun. Dude, fucking congrats, Owl City. Nice. What format and what deck do you play, Owl City? I don't know if I play historic, and I've been playing I played Maze's End combo and like gate deck to like high plat, but then I had a really hard time pushing to diamond with Maze's End because it was too slow. So I built Goblin Charbelcher. I cannot believe that Goblin Charbelcher is a deck on Arena because I'm a legacy player, so I come from like paper and like it is so funny to me that now Charbelcher is like a deck that makes me so happy. And you don't need fucking Lion's Eye diamonds on like I love Goblin Charbelcher. So playing that has been a lot of fun. Winning Masters on Overwatch, I was Masters on Overwatch a long time ago, but I haven't. It's been a long time. Season 19, I think I hit it or whatever on Overwatch 1. How many pearls do we offer? No idea, joke. I don't know if someone wants to risk the misclick on that. Normal standard, yo, fair, dude. Self-made, that's fucking awesome though. I love a brew, dude. I love a brew. I usually I'm a pretty competitive player. I usually will find a deck list and then alter it or change it to my liking. With Arena, I don't do it as much, but with Charbelcher, there's not really that many options. I mean, it's a budget-ish build right now. I do change it up. I change it a bit, but it's an expensive deck to make, the Charbelcher one. You need so many mythics because you don't run any basic lands. You don't run any lands that aren't also like cards. So you have to run you have to craft so many cards. So there's 60 cards. I think that exists somewhere. I don't know if shiny legendaries have been tested, but I could be wrong. I actually play aggro BM to diamond. Yo, fucking fair. I respect it, man. I respect it. I haven't played standard since like Shadows of Innistrad or Shadows over Innistrad. Maybe Aether Revolt. I don't know if that was after. Kept track of a little bit of standard. The best I was at in standard, I loved Magic Origins standard when it was still like, because I think Origins was still in when like Khans and Dragons of Tarkir and like Fate Reforged. I really fucking enjoyed Origins standard. And then what's it called? I put a lot of mono black aggro around that point with like Blood Soaked Champion Erebos Titan. I played that deck. I did really well with that deck. It was like shocking. Despoiler. I played fucking Despoiler of Souls. I haven't played Standard in a very, very long time. I played Remorseless Punishment, Mono Black Control at some point. I played a lot of different Standard. Standard was really fun. I got pretty good at Standard at some points. I always tell the story about how I top-8'd a tournament by going, because it was a double section tournament. So it was a tournament. It was like the official stores like named after them tournament. It was a really big tournament with like 60 to 100 people or some shit, 60 to 80 or something like that. What's it called? I'm mostly a Legacy player nowadays. I play mostly Legacy, but I haven't played like in-person Legacy in a while. But I love Legacy. Legacy and Draft are probably what I'm the best at. And then Commander's fun. Commander's always fun. 30 pound is insane. What the fuck, JW? I'm getting distracted. Anyways, I played Remorseless Punishment, Mono Black Control at some point in Standard. I played Mono Black Aggro. I loved the Brain in the Jar, Rise from the Tides, Engulf the Shore deck. That deck was super fucking fun. One of my favorite Standard decks, well, some of my favorite, Demonic Pact was a ridiculously fun Standard deck. I always wanted to find a way to make Demonic Pact work in Modern or Legacy even, but I've struggled to find, it's just too slow. It's not good enough, honestly, but it was so fun in Standard. And then one of my favorite Standard decks of all time, I don't know if how playable this was or if anybody else played it. I think this deck was monstrously underrated at the time. It was a deck where you'd play Turbo Ramp. So what you would do is you would play like Nissa's Pilgrimage, I think was the ramp spell at the time. It was like Nissa's Pilgrimage, or Nissa's Pilgrimage, like Explosive Vegetation, some other ramp spell, Nissa's Renewal. You would play like all of these ramp spells, and then you'd play 4 Gaia's Avenger and 4 Great Aurora. This was a Standard deck that played 4 Great Aurora. This deck was so fucking fun. And what you would do is you would basically just like stay alive and like ramp up enough to where eventually you'd have a shit ton of permanents and lands and stuff like that in play. And then you would cast Great Aurora, and you would do its effect, which is like it wipes the battlefield. You shuffle your deck and you put that many lands into play. You do it on your turn. So you Great Aurora, and then you have enough mana to play like 1 to 2 or 3 Gaia's Avengers, and you just swing at your opponent with 8/5s with haste. Oh my god, that deck was so fun. Holy shit, dude. That deck was so fun. Sorry for all the Magic talk. I just all the Plastic Balls viewers just absolutely left after that. You know, it's not for everybody. Magic feels like a foreign language if you don't play Magic, but it's an incredible game, a great game. Don't you find it weird that no one's hit? Don't you find it a bit weird that no one's hit Shiny Shaman after 2 events? Surely more than 300,000 people have encountered it. I don't know if more than 300,000 people have encountered it. If we had to guesstimate, now I'm sure more than 300,000 players have played PokeMMO during those events, those 2 events, but I don't think so. Maybe you meant 30K. We're probably over 30K encounters, probably, but it's a long grind, right? Like the problem is you had to have, like, it wasn't just PokeMMO players that were doing the Shaman grind. It was a 16-hour grind to do the Shaman, right? Not everybody wanted to do that. Most players don't, right? How many, like, you have to ask yourself how many players in the PokeMMO community, number 1, are playing at that time, number 1, are willing to do a 16-hour grind, and then number 3, have the time to do a 16-hour grind, right? I don't know. Yeah, at least 16 hours. I don't know how many people that is, right? I think I guesstimated year 1 that around 10 to 15,000. This is total guesstimations based on my understanding and years in the game. I would guesstimate that around 10 to 15,000 players did the Shaman encounter event 1. And then event 2, I would bet it's around the same, maybe 10 to 20K. There's a lot more players actually next year. Maybe it wouldn't surprise me if it wouldn't surprise me if the PokeMMO community as a whole is over 30,000 encounters dry on Shaman. But that's also just shiny. It's not that, we could go way drier. But it wouldn't surprise me if we're sitting at around 40 to 50K dry. I really thought we would see a shiny Shaman last event. I feel like we've got to see one next Lunar New Year event, right, guys? Everybody, next Lunar New Year event, do the Shaman grind, get your Shaman encounter. Shaman is the only shiny in PokeMMO that doesn't exist. Like, it is the only shiny Pokemon that can be shiny that one does not exist that we know of. So if you were to get that, you would be a legend. Dibs. Yeah, there you go. House call Dibs. So he's going to get it, guys. Just honestly, don't worry about it. Don't grind. Just back off. Let him go ahead and do his encounter, you know? Good call, good call. Yeah, that was a weird situation, JW. Lot of brainwash. I don't know what you're referring to. I don't even know what that was in. Don't see any other messages for you before. You just come into a stream and say, lot of brainwash. Oh, okay. Interesting comment. That will definitely come from it. I'm curious to see what will follow. Getting it's guaranteed, of course. True. Should you yourself? It's so unlikely. Yeah, it's so unlikely. I always recommend against selling OT shinies, even tentacles, especially if it's your first shiny. But it's always up to you. I have a video called "Why It's Never Worth to Sell Your OT Shiny," but that title's a little harsh. For some people, it is. It's up to you, man. Came from a solid. Yeah, that is a well-meaning chatter. I don't know what he's gonna say. Maybe I don't know. We think that the normal ones do. The normal ones confirmed do. Don't legendaries have a less chance of being shiny? Like they're easier to see shiny. Yes, it was confirmed by the devs that the rotational legendaries are. We don't know for Shaman. For Shaman, we don't know. But it was confirmed by the devs a while ago that the the rotational legendaries like Suicune, Raikou, whatever, they do have an increased shiny rate, which is, we don't know what it is, but it's slightly increased. Or I shouldn't say slightly, because we don't know. So let me we don't. It's a slight, or it is an increased shiny rate. Legendaries are easier to get shiny than they're not 1 out of 30k rate, is what I'll say. Brainwash to believe are coming out. True and real. Absolutely, Dicka based. True and real. Yes, the TV behind me is my alt account. Great question. Tentacles are comp viable? Absolutely. Absolutely. The stats in nature probably shouldn't weigh into your decision of whether or not to sell your OT shiny. Whether to sell your OT shiny or not comes down to how much you care about shinies and your emotional attachment to it. The problem is most people don't realize the emotional attachment they have to it until it's gone. I would say if you just caught it, I would keep it for at least 1 to 2 weeks. And then if you still want to sell it, fair enough. I really recommend watching my video. I would say go Google why it's never worth to sell an OT shiny PokeMMO. Watch that video, and if you still want to sell it after that video, more power to it. Just make an informed decision is all I can say. You use Input Director to share one set of peripherals, mouse and keyboard? No, I do not. And I don't think you can. I don't know if you can do that. I think that might be against the rules. I'm not sure. It might not be. I need to try the team viewer setup. Oh, dude, my nose. Whenever I stream, my nose gets so itchy. I think it's from all the. It's such a weird thing. I think it's just all the talking I do, vibrates my face. Very weird. Yeah, but if one input equals like one action on 2 different devices, then it's 2 inputs, or 1 input for 2 actions, right? I don't know. I don't know how it would work. I don't know enough about that. I shouldn't talk on it. I'll poop my pants if you send me a shiny. That discourages me even more to send you a shiny. Keep your pants clean, my friend. Just got back to the end. One of the things at the moment for money. A lot of people be complicated, including Pokedex. Best thing to do for money is always just kind of breeding for profit and flipping. But I do have tons of videos. If you Google best way to make Pokeyen, PokeMMO, I have tons of videos on the topic, man. A playlist with over 83 videos or so dedicated to making Pokeyen. I have tons of videos that'll help you a lot more than just a one-off comment on stream. Sorry. What's the best nature? It's kind of like asking like what's the best dessert, right? It depends. It depends on the Pokemon. It depends on the person. It depends on who's making the dessert. Like different Pokemon want different natures, right? There are natures that are like never good. So things like lax is almost never good. Things like gentle, all the neutral natures. But like whether a Pokemon wants to be adamant, modest, jolly, timid, it just depends on the Pokemon. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, Spidget a lot. I think it's very possible, Dylan. I think it's very possible. The same species of Pokemon might want different nature depending on how you build it as well. That's it. Just really depends. Like Infernape is a good example. You like, or like Blaziken, right? Blaziken, you could go adamant, you could go jolly, you could go naive, you could go timid, you could go modest. If you go special, like it so depends, right? Yes, that, to be fair, Danny is kind of for PvE purposes, 99% of the time special attackers go modest and physical attackers go adamant. That is super true. You can go budget natures like lonely and naughty for physical, and then rash and mild for special attackers, but that is a really good, I like saying that. That is a good call, Danny. Like just telling people, like, because most people who are asking that question are probably more casual players, so it's good to just giving them an answer is important. I do like that a lot. The XP candies were gifted to me, were donated, and I used them for as an investment. I bought some as an investment. Exactly, Danny. As an investment, but then also I used them for my Shedinja hunt. Is Togepi good for the Johto storyline? Togekiss is extremely good. Togekiss is actually very good. The problem is you get like is it worth leveling? Is it worth leveling the Togepi you get for free in the storyline up to use it for the? Probably not. I'd probably just go like buy one off the GTL with better IVs. You know, you want good nature for like a modest Togekiss or whatever off the GTL that's in your max level obedience range. What's up, Eowyn? What's up, gamer? Yeah, exactly, Danny. Danny with the nail in it. Good advice. No, dude, sorry. I wasn't trying to. You're perfect. As long as I know what. Language is a tool that is meant to like portray a meaning. As long as I understand what you're trying to say, I don't care how many misspells, how many, like, it doesn't matter. Like, anyone who picks on someone for like, it's okay to laugh at it, like, who like really goes at it and picks on you for like grammar and stuff, whatever. I think it's fucking cringe. Like, you're using a tool for its purpose. It's getting its purpose done. Like, that's all that matters. Everstone, just buy them off the GTL. Anyone know where I can get an Everstone, trading a Meowth to money farm? I always tell people, dude, remember that PokeMMO is an MMO, right? You don't need to go get every item in game like you would in traditional Pokemon. Everstones are 6,000 Pokeyen. I would just buy one on the GTL. Now, if you're playing some self-sufficient account or Ironman account and you do have to go get one for yourself, you get them from Geodudes and like other like mineral type Pokemon have a chance. Geodudes especially have a chance of holding Everstone, so you go farm Geodudes for that, but I would just remember, it's an MMO. Abuse the fact that it's, unless you're playing a self-sufficient account, you should abuse the fact that it's an MMO and make sure that you always just use the GTL, just buy stuff. Usually making Pokeyen and then buying something is always going to be more efficient and effective than, like, if it takes you 1 hour to get an XP share or some shit, like, you can make 300,000 Pokeyen per hour as a pretty new player in PokeMMO, right? Why would you go spend like tens or whatever's of hours trying to get an XP share from like a Professor Oak's 8? You just buy one for 42k. It's just make the Pokeyen and buy it. Now, it's not always as fun. So if it's more fun for you to go do that thing, then sure, more power to you. But just know all your options. Make an informed decision. Jiggling, so true. Farm fossils. Fossil farming is, yeah, it's good money. Great, especially like right now. I feel like fossils have been going up and up and up. Heat wave though, how hot is it where you're at, JW? I fucking hate the heat, man. I keep my house at like 68, 66 degrees. In freedom units, of course. Is there a reason why the developers are keeping the rate of encountering legendary Pokemon a secret / their shiny rates? Yes, it is for rebalancing purposes. Like, the reason they're doing it is so they can, because like they are still kind of new. Now, in my opinion, I think after 3 to 6 months, after like 1 or 2 rotations of legendaries, I was hoping they'd release those to the public. I think that'd be fair, but they've always been kind of on the better safe than sorry side. As a player, I would love to know those rates. It would be helpful and beneficial to help to like tell that to new players and be able to pass on that information. You know, wink, wink, devs, please give us rates for. I would love to see it, but at the end of the day, like if it helps them balance it and rebalance in the background, like the whole point is that like they've probably been changing the legendary rates. Now they have told us that the rate is somewhere between 1 out of 1k and 1 out of 8k, right? But they probably have been changing it at different times in the background to see how many legendaries are coming into the game, how many are getting consumed, like all these things to sort of help the economy or whatever, right? To keep that in check, because things coming in and things going out of the game is a really important thing to keep in mind. And there's not that many, like, I'm trying to think I don't think legendaries leave the game. I've been saying for a while, we need a legendary sync. And maybe they're working on something like that. That's why they need to keep that hidden. Like maybe they're waiting, keeping it hidden until they add a legendary sync, and then they can actually release that information. It'll be more set in stone. I would love to see a legendary sync added. A legendary sync would be something that consumes the legendary Pokemon for some sort of benefit, which would help the economy, help bring them out of the, help legendaries sustain a price, because otherwise legendaries are just going to go down and down in price forever. However, no, okay, Zapdos are 1.8 mil. They're very, very high demand, but like Suicunes, what's a shitty legendary? Moltres, 400k, Articuno, 250k. We could actually flip this. You know what? Fuck it. I haven't flipped a legendary ever. But it's like a 100k flip. I'm down for that. Whoever brought up the legendary discussion, thank you for the freest 100k flip of my entire life. I'll do 3499. I bought it for 250. Easy peasy. And it's sold. Bam. Boom. Just that easy, fellas. Yeah, it's just that easy. Easy as Pokeyen. Easiest 100k of my life. Yeah, new money making guide coming soon, guys. Flipping, what is that? That took 1 minute. So 1 minute times 60. Oh my goodness, guys. You can make, what is that? 6 million Pokeyen per hour with this new hack. No, I'm just memeing. Fuck that. Yeah, that's obviously not a consistent thing, but you can find, like, you should check legendaries for flips, in my opinion. Someone in chat bought that. Probably. Someone could buy it to fucking flip it again. I don't know. Raise your hand if you bought it in chat. Someone. Raise your hand. Let me know. Maybe someone didn't. I think someone might have bought it because they either thought it was a good price or they just thought it was too cheap, but it's not actually too cheap. It wouldn't surprise me if someone just sniped that. It was... Okay, well, now I don't know why. Why did I think that would work? Why did I bought it, smiley face. That was the dumbest question I've ever asked Twitch chat. My bad, guys. Safari Week is like, I think someone said it's starting on the 21st. There's a Team Mister event from like the 22nd to the 29th that I'll be doing. Blasting you over the intercom for all customers. Hey! This guy has a cool store. Buy something. There you go. When Safari Week, it was me. Why would you do that when you could have done 30-minute gym run? True. Most cost-effective way to breed Pokemon you've already caught or breed down to preserve its current status. Wait, a video about the most cost-effective way to breed you've already caught or breed down Pokemon to preserve its current stat / nature. I don't know if... I mean, that would just go into... I don't know if I don't have a thing for that, Solomon. I don't know. I've never thought about that. Yeah, I did, German, but let's, no more League of Legends. No more ever talking about it. Lore shunning Lucario better than most things. It's a hell fun in his face except for the fucking bat based. I respect it. Ever walked into a store, not been anything, walk out and feel guilty? Absolutely. I always say, well, it depends on the store. It depends on the store. If I go to a local card store, I always try to buy something. I always try to buy a pack of sleeves. You always need more sleeves. I always try to buy a pack of sleeves, pick up a single. You always need more magic cards. Like every time I go to a local game store, I always try to buy, because like local game stores, especially like Magic the Gathering shops, like they have to spend so much money. They have to waste so much of their rental space on like play area, right? Or most of them do, not all. Not some of them don't have play area, which is insane. But like they lose a lot of floor area for that play area, and it's really nice to like keep that in mind. Like, man, LGSs are like gifts to the community. Like having a place for kids to go to keep them off the fucking streets or give them something to do, stay out of trouble, a place for adults to go, a place to go relax, meet new people after work. LGSs are amazing, and I really do. I think if you ever go to an LGS to just play EDH with your friends, like just spend like $5, like, but get something. I think if you're going to an LGS and you're going to spend some time there in their space, you should buy something for sure, in my opinion. They don't make you. Maybe some days you can't afford it, but I think it's something to keep in mind. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like going to a restaurant and not tipping. I feel like you know, obviously it's different in America versus other countries. Here, like it's, yeah, it's important to tip here in America, probably not in other places, obviously. If you can't afford to tip in America, you probably shouldn't be going out to eat. That's really what it comes down. Like it's that simple. Like it's how they fucking make a living wage at all. Blah, 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 blah. Flip like this is why I'll never add the sell request from risky people on my flipping. I don't know how it can work. Yeah. About OT, I think I understand what you're saying. That is so, yeah. I don't have any guide for that. I feel like that would just be really expensive. Yeah, I mean that's just gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be really expensive to buy. It would be more expensive, Solomon. Yeah, that's just tough. I don't have a thing for that. Yeah, people do. I hate when people do that, Shuckle. Don't be that guy. I just noticed that some guy ruined the deep scale market by listing 300 plus of them at a really cheap rate. They were selling for 20K and now they're selling for 14K. It's possible that one person messed it up, but usually it's a collective. Why can I not? Deep the scale. There we go. Yeah, don't be this guy. Like, don't ever be this person. It's just never worth it. There's never a reason to like undercut that much. If these were selling for 20K and they were actively like, if you have 346 of them, just slowly list like, because if you list 346 for 20K and they don't all sell, you lose a lot of listing fee. I get that, but just list a couple. When you have a huge stack of any item, you probably just, well, firstly, you just shouldn't be listing an item, this many items at once. You just shouldn't do this. You'll just lose money. You should be listing like 50 at a time or 20 at a time or whatever. Like just list them out and slowly sell them. You should never be listing this many. It fucks everybody else. It fucks yourself. There's just no reason for it. Besides if you just don't care about the market, don't care about how much money you make, just don't care about anything. But like just be patient, sell a couple, sell 20 to 50, list them out here and there. I would just strongly recommend that. Dude, I think PokeMMO it's fantastic to start right now. You can catch up. You can reach endgame in PokeMMO really quickly if you put in the time and effort. Obviously, it takes time, but like people always wonder like, oh, like am I too behind the players that have been playing for 2013? And I always tell them, no, don't worry, you aren't. Like, firstly, the game was just so much slower and grindier and harder back in 2013. Like ×5 hordes didn't exist, so EV training was 1,000 times slower. XP training, we went through the physical special split, so all comps became useless at one point. Like we have had so many balancing changes, so many things that just reset the economy, reset the EV training, reset comps, reset, like we've had so many changes that have like reset so many things that like no one is really that ahead that played back then. The only players that are super ahead that actually played back in like 2013 are people who bought the old vanities. That's the only thing, is people who invested in and bought old vanities. They are now billionaires because those are fucking expensive. But like if you had a bunch of comps, a bunch of shinies or whatever, like you're not really like, you're not that ahead compared to other players. I always say, so I came back to PokeMMO in 2021 and I had nothing. I had like no Pokemon, no Pokeyen, no shinies. I had nothing to my name in 2021. And now I have like a 500 to 600 mil net worth and like a bunch of rare shinies. And I spent 150 million shiny Cranidos. Like you do, if you just grind, if you just put in time and effort into the game, you will get rewards. It's really just a, yeah. putting time and effort into it, and find a consistent amount of time that you can put in every day. If you can put, if you can put 1 hour into the game every day, that's really good. 2 hours in, 3 hours. If you can't do that, if you can only play like, let's say 2 hours on the weekend, you're still going to make progress. Like it's a marathon, not a sprint, and finding the time you have, you know. And also, like, if your life is super fucking busy, PokeMMO may just not be for you, and that's totally okay. Like, PokeMMO is a time-consuming game. If you don't want to dump a lot of time to it, like, I super get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just find what games work best for you in your life, you know? Weeks now, Ditto's so expensive. I feel like Dittos are around the same price they've been for a while. Joke man, I don't know if I understand what you're... 4,500 is kind of high. I saw them at 4K just before stream. Yeah, maybe people are Shiny Wars. Maybe people are prepping for stuff. 4.5 to 5K is pretty expensive, to be fair. That's quite high. That is quite high. That's quite high. Yeah, honestly, okay, someone said Dittos were expensive, and I checked it. I was like, oh, are they really? Like, I just saw them at 4K and 4,200 whatever this morning. No, them all being bought out to 4,500 to, like, there's only a few, like, 4,900. This is really high. Wow, Ditto farming is probably 300K plus per hour profit, honestly, with this base price. That's wild. I don't know if this will last, but that's pretty crazy. That's wild. 4,900 is a pretty ridiculously high base price for Dittos. That's pretty nuts. Egg hunts? Yeah, egg hunts are based. Egg hunts? Dude, egg hunts and egg hunters fucking make the economy go around. In Ditto box, Ditto farmers and egg shiny farmers are some of the biggest, like, economy sinks. Help the games. I don't know if I thanked you, Pars, for your 2 months of sub, but thank you, man, for your Twitch Prime. If you guys have been enjoying today's stream, it is a really important reminder. I'm not ending stream, but I'm reminding you. Like the stream if you enjoy it. Dislike it if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Check if you're subscribed. A lot of my videos might pop up in your feed, but you might not be subscribed, right? Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond like Pars just did, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo allow me to do this. I could not do this without the amount of fan support. I couldn't pay rent and have food to eat and have time to make PokeMMO videos and content without you guys. So thank you so much. Not ending stream. Stream is not ending. Dislike stream because the pizza take. I will have every video dislike farmed for the rest of my life and stand on fucking business that Detroit style pizza is amazing and New York style pizza is bland and ass. Just my opinion, just my food take, not objective reality, but I stand by it, okay? Please, yeah, please, we need more Ditto farmers, yeah, real. Egg hunt lover. You go hard as fuck on the egg hunts, dude. I respect it. I do agree, though. Like, egg hunts, okay. Egg hunts are very fun. Making the eggs is very fun. It's very mechanically taxing, but challenging, like an enjoyable challenging. Hatching is very chill. You get to relax after that thing. In general, oh no, he's bait. Oh no. He's gonna bait out the Italian pizza take. Guys, what do I do? Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But one sec. Hello? Pizza, come over here. Pizza, come here. I'm gonna save this pizza image. I'm about to drop the nuclear take. Okay, I'm about to drop the nuclear take, guys. The food take of the day. If I order a pizza at a restaurant and someone brings over... Okay, why is it not ready? Come on, god damn it. Stalling for content. One sec. Yada, yada, yada. Pizza take. Food. Very molten lava hot. If I order a pizza at a restaurant and someone brings over this boring, bland, fucking shitty... I don't care if it's cheese made from golden cows. This bland, boring ass, trash ass shit on a plate. I will actually fall asleep out of boredom on my taste buds, I will leave the restaurant. I will projectile vomit among the fucking streets, and I will actually leave a negative review. This is the most boring, flavorless pizza, flavorless food. This is kids' food as a pizza. If you only, nothing wrong with chicken nuggets, but if you only eat chicken nuggets and dino nuggets and tater tots, which I love, only like this is what like. I cannot stand a boring cheese, shitty whatever pizza. I don't care if you take golden cows and produce the finest fucking 30-year cheese in the land. If you take fucking grain that has been grown on top of Mount Everest and it's so strong that it survives those winds and that amount of snow. No matter what, if you just put cheese, tomato, and bread in front, it's so boring. It is so boring. I don't know what to tell you. I'd rather have a barbecue chicken pizza, a chicken bacon ranch, some fucking crispy red onions, some caramelized onions. There are so many incredible, great things. Meat lovers, bake, everything there's so much to do on a pizza. Apple, hot honey, pineapple. If you don't like pineapple, I get it. That's not for everybody. I'm not going to stand strong on that take, but like, there are so many cool things you can do. You disagreeing with me and just calling me fat isn't exactly a good argument. I would love for you to present a good argument, but you just saying haha fat is very low IQ, right? Very, very low brow. If you want to make fun of fucking haha, your taste buds are, you could go, oh, your taste buds are so dull or some shit that you can't taste the fineness and the delicacy. Like there are things you can do. We're just insulting. Yeah, but like, I don't know, attack the argument, not, you know. Stay in the argument, you know? The fat isn't really I don't know. It's not a big deal. I'm not like offended by it, but like, I want to see better. I want to see better. You are American? That's funny. Once again, that's kind of funny. If I'm sitting here shitting on Italian pizza and you want to say LMAO, like American taste buds, that's funny. But I don't know. The fat thing is not. You don't got to bring that up, right? Skinny guy doesn't want a plain Jane pizza either? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Hey, if anything, I can fucking just use the fact that I'm fat. The fact that I'm fat, I'm appealing to authority, dude. There's a reason I'm fat, okay? I've eaten a lot of really fucking good food, okay? I know what I'm talking about. I'm the expert here, okay? If we wanna make the argument, sorry for insulting your feelings, I just said you didn't hurt my feelings. Usually when someone says, like, also, oh, come on, man, you're playing the victim. I don't like this. I don't like when someone says, sorry for hurting your feelings, like, come on, man. Just admit you fucked up. You made a mistake. You went too far. You did, you know, it's not a big deal, but just own it. Don't do the, oh, I'm sorry that your feelings were hurt. I'm sorry, you know, I'm clearly like not hurt by the fat thing, but just be funny. Make it, it's just boring. Make a good insult. Making fun of me for being American's way better. Or do like the bland taste bud. There's so many other things. Yeah, like there's so many better insults, right? I would never make fun of you just for being an Italian, right? That's fucked up. That's wrong. But I will make fun of the pizza you eat, right? I will make fun of you for fucking eating boring pizza. That's the difference, right? I'm starving. Yeah. Oh my god, Casey. Okay. Anyways. And meal, adjust their taste. Every country has something different. Based. Americanized pizza. True. Pizza. Once again. Also, I'm just giving my opinion. If some, like, and once again, you can snap back and say like, oh, your taste buds are dull. That's why you can't, like, your taste buds must be, you're like, there's good jokes here and good clapbacks. Like, oh, your taste buds are just burnt from all those hot pockets you've eaten. Like that. Like, there's some funny shit here. But just saying LMAO fat, come on. Like, just be like, there's like this thing right now where everybody's like, oh, you can't say anything anymore. Everybody's so offended, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you can be offensive if you're funny. Just be funny about it. It's not funny to just say, LMAO, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Just be, it's not that people are offended. I hate to break it to you. It's probably that your jokes are bad. It's probably that you're not funny. And that's a tough pill to swallow. Easy for me to swallow because I like to eat food. Like there's good jokes there, you know? There's good jokes there. Popular charm. I appreciate it, man. You know if you went in. Now we insult. Yeah, I don't understand I don't know. You got the taste buds of an aging dessert tortoise. That's funny. Like, there are so many good... Fuck. Yeah, bro's taste buds are so old. He's like a tortoise, yeah. Talk about being funny while saying shit about Italian pizza culture. Why make it about culture? And what, like, once again, like, you just seem upset. You seem, which is fine. Come on, like, make a funny joke back. Have fun, clap back. It's just my opinion. It's my opinion that I don't like Italian pizza. That's it. Does that really hurt your feelings so much you can't make jokes about it? You probably don't like fucking deep fried Oreos or like fucking cheese covered burgers. That's fine. You could, like, I don't know. Like, come on. I don't know, man. Oh, this insult rant? No, it's not worth it. That's a whole different. It is funny to, like, people are so. Sure, I shouldn't say 99. You guys are amazing. You guys get it. 99% of my chat and 100% of my like normal viewers. Oreo, like, yeah, that's. I don't know. Like saying something like like the fact that you say this about Italian pizza, meanwhile your country is like known for deep fried Twinkies and like that's funny. Like there are once again good clapbacks. But damn, dude, my Italian pizza. Maybe I would. Maybe I need to try your Italian. You know what I'm saying? Like that's yeah. Dude, I actually, that's another hot take of mine. I don't like authentic tacos. I don't really either. The main, well, it depends. Some authentic tacos I've had are really good. I don't like corn tortillas. And I feel like most authentic tacos are made with corn tortillas. And that's a big problem, right? I'm snapping my uncooked pasta into a pot right now. I did that the other day, and Casey was like, what the fuck are you... I don't know. I don't know why you're not supposed to. There probably is some reasoning. I don't get why. I don't know what it is. I don't know how. It's probably a mixture. What the fuck? Yeah. Patrouski cooking stream. I am so stressed when I cook. I feel like I'd be so grumpy. I don't know. Oh my god. That I always say, dude. Southern food is fucking incredible. Southern food is probably some of the best. It is. I don't care who you are. Southern food is amazing. It is so amazing. I would love to make a homemade pizza. Pizza's really easy to do at home. Well, so to be fair, I buy the fucking flour. I've never made flour. Apparently flour is easy to make. I've never done it. I have no idea, but I've heard good things about alligator meat. Never had it. Oh my god, the backseat. Wow. I like flour tortillas. Yeah, and that's once again like it's a cultural difference, but it's also an opinion. Like it's fine. Like it's you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like I don't like when people. It's fun. I think food debate is so fun. And food debate is the place to be bombastic. And like, I would say like, people inherently love being bombastic and like hyperbolic with like debates and arguments. And we should keep that to things like food and opinions on music. Blah, blah, blah. Like that's the right place to have those hyperbolic opinions and have fun with it. Don't do that with this. The serious stuff should be boring. The real like anything, whenever you're discussing like politics or some shit, it should be the most mundane, boring, dry, like which sucks because nobody watches it, and that's how you end up with all these like crazy shit right now. That's why it's so crazy, right? But fucking not to once again, I always stay bipartisan on stream because I want everyone of all fucking sectors of life to feel welcome here. That's really important to me. But fucking yeah, I don't like yeah. Ash made dent core way more. That's so interesting. It is pretty fucking cool. I don't like. I've had some corn tortillas I like, so maybe it's just a difference. Like raw corn tortillas, they're just so bitter. Is the problem? At least that's how I feel. Once you attack the person, not the argument, you lost. Exactly. Like, and once again, I want to go back to like I was saying that the pizza is boring. A really funny and good way to engage in that discussion is to say your taste buds are too bland because of burning them on pizza rolls. Like there's some funny stuff to be said there, right? Yeah. that makes food debate beautiful. Absolutely. And obviously, like, yeah, absolutely. That's fair. Yeah, that's obviously a Jade Tree for sure, for sure. Yeah, like what? Yeah, like that was the discussion slash the argument, Al City. And I can take his insult and turn it into a positive. Like I said, if he wants to say that I don't know good pizza because I'm fat, I've eaten a lot of pizza, clearly. Like I could make the counter argument. Like that's not helping your case. You're arguing against yourself at this point. You know, you're helping me out, man. I could make the appeal to authority and say that, oh yeah, I've probably eaten more pizza than you, man. We can look and see that, right? Like I don't know. There's so many ways to make things funny and make them fun. And sometimes people, I don't know. People, I think, sometimes get like morally entrenched in their opinions. That becomes really scary. You can't be morally entrenched in your opinions. Like if someone doesn't like Italian pizza, they're like a bad person. Or that gets really, really scary really fast, right? What's your ethnicity? I'm just a fucking mutt. I'm white. I'm a mutt. I don't know. Other than that, I don't know. I've said this. I've had many. This is like sounds really cringe, but I always tell the story of like my barber. This was during COVID, so I had a mask on, black mask. But my barber during COVID once asked me what type of Asian I am, and for reference, he is a first generation Vietnamese immigrant who immigrated to America when he was like 22. Like, so he like grew up in Vietnam. Like he is like, yeah, his English is like not that great, and he asked me what kind of Asian I was. That was like quite the compliment. I guess I don't know. It was a funny fucking meme. What Rotom form are you? Now we're asking the real questions. I haven't done a 23andMe. I don't know what the weird weird sentence. What Rotom form? Maybe Mo. I like Rotom Mo. I aim to be Rotom Mo. Base form enjoyer. Wash is so cool. Wash is cool. What's up, Ninetails? How you doing, gamer? What's up, dude? Is the Voltorb minigame worth it in your opinion? Is the Voltorb minigame worth it in your opinion? Yes or no? As someone who owns this wretched, horrible hat, save yourself. Save your sanity. Don't do it. I always said this 2-hour grind, doing this 2-hour grind on stream was the most painful thing I've ever done in PokeMMO. Worse than the 17 months going for Cranidos. Worse than Shuckle. Worse than 1 mil Pokeyen in 1 day. Worse than anything. This was the worst thing I've ever done. It was the maldest I've ever been on stream, was getting this hat. But it also got you the best clip of your channel. Yeah, my most viewed clip is me fucking playing this game. It's me going, what the? And then, fuck, the cut was very good. Because the cut was so, whoever made the clip made that funny. True arranger based. Dude, I love a Pizza Hut. Did you guys know? Wait. Okay, I know my pizza history, okay? I have qualifications for my pizza takes. Did you guys know that Pizza Hut actually invented? Here we can do a not just a food take of the day, but I'll show my absolute pizza knowledge. Did you guys know that Pizza Hut actually invented stuffed crust? Pizza Hut invented stuffed crust because in like the 70s or the 80s, it reached a point where like it was like cheese was cheaper than bread or some weird thing. I have to okay, fact check this. I don't know for sure, but like they had all this leftover cheese and it was cheaper. They didn't know what to do with it, so they just put it in the crust, and people loved it. So like Pizza Hut just accidentally invented stuffed crust because they were trying to like cut corners and save money. And that's how Pizza Hut became the best chain pizza place in America, true and real. Now there's better, whatever, but like, I love Pizza Hut. Domino's is pretty fucking good too. I do not like Papa John's. I think Papa John's is kind of scuffed. Not better ingredients equals not better pizza. Papa cringe. True. Obviously, if you enjoy it, once again, I don't have to qualify every take. I hope that I don't have to qualify. But on the internet, it seems like you have to. On the internet, it feels like you have to qualify every single time you give an opinion. It's okay if you disagree with me, guys. It's okay. I won't be mad at you. It's not a big deal. And it's like, dude, why do we have to baby Oh, qualifications are good. I love qualifying. It is helpful and important. But man, every time I give an opinion, whew, it's tough. Knows the history. Fuck, that's a good joke. Once again, fuck, you can, oh man, bro is so American, he knows the history of stuffed crust. True. Based, and I stand by it proudly, okay? Based and true. Pizza Hut did kind of fall off, but they're still really good. That's really, I don't know anything about that, Cav. That's very funny. Slash sad. The McDonald's documentary is one of the craziest things. Or not documentary, it's like it's a movie. It's just called, what's it called? Manager or some shit? It's called like McDonald's movie. Not Super Size Me. The Founder. That movie is pretty crazy. That is one of the scariest business movies I've ever seen. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Very good movie. Feels extra oily. It's probably pretty, I like it. I think it tastes very good, but it is probably kind of oily. Probably fair. I don't think, Kev. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. All right, that is the end of our second XP charm. What's our levels looking like? 95, 95, 98. 90. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. That is actually... Okay, we got some of the fellas almost level 100. I can at least... Worst case scenario, I can like rare candy those if I need those. So I'm going to keep those at those levels for the time being. And that should be good. Domino's is great. Domino's is great. What are you shunning today? I was just XP training. Yeah, should I check the... Yeah. Yeah, should I go check the Reuniclus now? We can go do that. Goldenrod, south of Goldenrod City. Let's see how much XP your levels gain. I'm going to guess it only gains like 10 or 20% of what you gain in the overworld. I put it in at level 75. I'm going to guess that it's only like level 78. Something like that. That's my guess. But keep in mind, like I'm paying like essentially 1k Pokeyen per level for like free like time saved, right? Because I couldn't XP train... You know, I'm XP training essentially more Pokemon than the max, which is really cool. So it's essentially not free levels you're paying for whatever, but like extra levels gained essentially. Have you been buying any Invidious? No, I haven't. All right, here it is. Moment of truth. I put both. Oh, they both threw by 10? That is way more than I expected. So that's like 85, right? Wow. That is way more than I expected. That's pretty sick. That would have cost way more in XP candies / rare candies to get to. That's actually... This is good. I'm going to leave these in here. I super underutilize putting Pokemon in the daycare. It's really good. You should probably always have... like all your daycares in each region full of Pokemon to passively level. It's really, really good. It's so under talked about. They must be eating a lot of American pizzas. They grow 10 sizes base. Hell yeah, brother. Hey, Kona. There's no new info. It's Bidget. It's still the same. No, don't apologize. You can ask whatever questions you want, man. You're the fucking Giga Chad Spidget, okay? I used to buy frozen pizza and put bologna in goldfish. I respect it. You know what? Is it unhinged? Yes. I bet it's not bad. I would try it. I love it. I respect it, honestly. Base frozen pizza. Frozen pizza is incredible. Unhinged, yeah. Which daycare? Does it matter which daycare you put them in? You'll only gain XP on the Pokemon like in the region you gain XP. So if you're XP training in Johto, putting your Pokemon in Kanto doesn't do anything. You have to have them in the Johto daycare. So that's important. Raids, what waiting room? 1 year waiting room? Hopefully not, dude. I love ranch on pizza. It is one of my guiltiest takes. My guiltiest pleasure. My biggest guilty pleasure food takes are I love quiche. I love quiche. Quiche is really good. Quiche is seen as like some pompous, posh food, but it's literally just like fucking egg in pie crust. I don't know why it's actually very cheap, like to make. But so quiche and fucking ranch on pizza are my two like guiltiest pleasure memers. You mean garlic? Yeah, garlic is great. Garlic like dressing or something like that on pizza, a dip. Dude, wait, can I get... Oh, dude, there's so much food discussion today. Me and Casey went to Sonic recently, and they had a garlic burger. It was really good, but it was really garlicky. And I know garlicky is like really hip right now and pop for good. It's very fucking good for good reason. I feel like garlic powder, I feel like for like 50 years it was like salt and pepper are the two, maybe like 70 years salt and pepper was like the two necessary seasonings, and now I feel like it's salt powder or salt, pepper, garlic powder. I feel like garlic powder is leaking in as being like a top three mandatory seasoning for good reason. It's very fucking good. It took us white people a little bit to catch on, okay? But it's very fucking good. Dude, they had a garlic burger at Sonic. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Holy shit. It was really garlicky, but I really enjoyed it. It's a really bold flavor. I've never played Destiny. I played a little bit, but I didn't really get into it. Fair. I'm not a huge sriracha guy. I feel like I should like. I thought that I was really gonna like sriracha. I don't think I do. Not a huge sriracha guy. Weirdly enough, I thought I was gonna love it when I was like really excited to try it for the first time. Back when I was like 18, or it was a while ago now, but I really thought I was gonna like it, and I didn't. Yeah, I feel like garlic powder is now. It's like salt, pepper, garlic powder. Finally discovers flavor. Hey, I discovered it when I don't know. Always known flavor. True. Over time GTL. Oh yeah, I was okay. You're looking at so yeah, that's a very cool. I love PokeMMO Hub. P Hub, some might call it. Okay. Anyways, okay, PokeMMO Hub. What are we? Okay, it's such a bad joke. Wait, did you guys? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you guys see AFC Adino's thumbnail recently? Can we talk about this? Now, I've been memeing on people for using sex appeal in thumbnails in the PokeMMO community. I think it's cringe, but this type of is allowed because this is just funny. Like, this was just a good thumbnail. This is not sex appeal, in my opinion. It's just funny. It's unhinged. Here. Can we talk about this? Yeah, maybe that's what it is, JW Tree. It's off-brand sriracha. I'm not putting this in the stream recap. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. But what I can do is show you guys. AFC Adino put out this thumbnail. What is he? He's a genius. What is he cooking? What is his artistic creation? This is unhinged. I respect it. Like, this is, once again, ironic enough to where it is funny. I think some people have been using sex appeal in the PokeMMO community in a really cringe way for thumbnails. This is not that. This is funny. This is just like a good bit. I saw this in the official PokeMMO Discord because he posted the dude, that was, yeah, like, it's genuinely just funny. That's a good way to use if you want to use sex, I guess, in a thumbnail. Like, that's, so I read the text, yeah, like, that's, yeah, that's a fine way to do it. That's just funny. It's eye-catching. That's whatever, right? There's no like nudity, right? It's like that's a good way. Yeah, subtle and fun. Subtle is quite, but it's not like fucking sexy fucking Jesse and James with their fucking cleavage out. Like come, I don't know, dude. Like, there has been some funny stuff where I'm like, dude, we're a fan-made Pokemon community. What are we doing here? You know. Anyways. Okay, Solomon, what? Are you good? Jesus. Anyways, I love AFC Adino. He's fucking good memes. James too? Yeah, have you seen that episode where, okay, anyways, moving on. Anyways, if I talk about it, I'm just as bad as that. So let's, a new player prep for raid. How should a new player prep for raid? I just put out a video yesterday on that. If you look up how to, I just put out a video on it yesterday. Why does this hit so close to home? What? Oh, man. So, Two 2012 Pokemon with the same stats. I've never seen them before. It's Farfetch'd. So what those Farfetch'd are on the GTL, those are a relic of PokeMMO history. I searched FSR. These Farfetch'd, right? So let's do Farfetch'd. Let's do 2012, right? These Farfetch'd have the same exact... You might look at these and be like, what the hell is going on? These Farfetch'd have the same exact IVs. Let's see if they have the same moveset. No, not quite. But they also have this same exact OT. How did one person catch the same Pokemon? That's not what happened. Same nickname. What happened is these are NPC trade Pokemon. So the way that NPC trade Pokemon used to work is they would be a static encounter. If you traded for trade Pokemon in Pokemon Fire Red, these are the Pokemon you would get. It would have a static IVs, same IVs across the board, randomly roll a nature, and then they would all have the OT Alyssa from the NPC that they traded it from, right? This does not have, they have the same nickname. It no longer works like this. Like now these Pokemon are 15 IVs across the board ever since like 2015, 2017, I think 2017, something like that. Now these Pokemon are 15 IVs across the board in neutral nature, but this is how gift Pokemon or like NPC Pokemon used to operate. And they used to be tradable, I think. Yeah, like these are tradable, obviously on the GTL. So these are like relics of PokeMMO's history. It's very, very cool. That's why they have the same. And you only get one per account, and that was if you actually did the NPC trade, which was like what, trading a Spearow for a Farfetch, something like that. Chance for a secret shiny. If you Google secret shiny PokeMMO, a video of mine will pop up that explains everything about secret shinies. But to answer your question as a quick TLDR, 16 times rarer, or 4 out of 880, or 1 out of 480,000. I will say, please Google all questions before ask it on stream. It helps save me time, it saves you time. You get a quicker answer, you get a more in-depth answer, a better answer. Saves everybody time and energy. I appreciate that. When a raid's coming, we don't know. I would guess June or July, but we don't know. Soon TM, yeah. Legendary lures are not worth it at all. They're like super, super not worth it. Raids tomorrow. Yeah, true and real. Not a meme. Definitely not a meme, guys. Don't get baited by that. I feel like stream recap today is like 30% food takes. Like any PokeMMO questions, guys? Any way we could salvage? Fuck. I'm sitting on a bit of fossils. TBH. Food is the true content? Yeah. Dude, I have some friends that play Destiny. Oh, a raid team? Yes, I have videos on, if you look at like top 10 if you just Google PokeMMO raids, I have a playlist that goes over it. Legendary lures help? I mean, they help, but they're not worth it. They're not worth the effect. They're super expensive. Do a 100 times fossil giveaway and let me win. Okay, so you just want to be given. Okay. Oh, maybe. I'll think about it. Go to Shiny Bot. Yeah, I'm just hanging out anyway, so yeah, I appreciate that. That's a good suggestion. Let's see if I have any other shinies. I have my Maril on my alt account. Is something named shiny here? Why do when I look up shiny, it takes me to box 13? I don't know why that happens. Kind of freaks me out. This should be here. Here's the shiny box. Those who haven't seen it in a while. Storyline. I could do an alt account. Minute 0 to 1. Hi guys. Minute 1 to 30. I hate Italian pizza. Yeah, minute 30 to 32. Thanks for watching. True. Actually real. Ideal stream recap. Stream recap is just 30 out of 33 minutes talking about pizza. So that's kind of a good April Fool's joke. I only do a stream recap of like food takes only. It's slowly working on it. I put a lot of work into it yesterday night. The biggest thing, I need way more tasks. The hardest part of this idea is coming up with tasks. Um, we could work on that idea on stream. I don't know if that needs to be private. Oops, all microplastics based. How to get legendary lures without buying them? Doing the Ho-Oh fight, right? The Ho-Oh refight. The legendary lures aren't worth using. They're just too expensive for the and it's not worth doing the Ho-Oh refight because you could just sell them like legendary lures aren't worth using. Is like the TL is like there's like no, unless you make like I don't know, shit ton of like millions of Pokeyen per hour, then maybe, but they cost, legendary lures cost like 400k per hour or like more than that. I'm pretty sure more actually to pop. It's super fucking expensive. Or to 600k per hour. Same with premiums or whatever. It's fun, eh? It's been a lot of fun. Really hard. It's like, it's crazy. It's been a lot of fun, Oceans. So the opening summary, the opening, here, I can read you guys the opening paragraph of my idea. Critiquing a game with the power of hindsight is easy. Developing a game, especially an MMO, and trying to keep what's best for the player base in mind on top of balancing an economy, shiny hunting system, PvP formats, and PvP challenges all at the same time is impossible to do perfectly. With that in mind, I appreciate any patience and understanding when overviewing this mechanic I've been mulling over for many hours. There you go. That's like the first, and then I like go into, yeah, I do like a little thing. I'm doing a whole write-up for this, man. I don't know if, should I show this on stream or should I keep it secret? I've become a lot more secretive of my ideas and revealing them on stream because I have consistently noticed that people will steal my ideas and make videos out of them. Which, I mean, if I haven't made that idea into a video, it's kind of fair play. I do get it. But it's a little bad manners, I guess. But like, I don't know. I don't have time for every idea. So I honestly, but this is like, but I don't know if this is like, is this really one of those things that like could even be stolen? Like, I don't really think so. I don't know. Someone could try to make their own. I don't know. I don't know. Videos with them. You're the definition of creative content, Barrels. You're perfect. It's been so fun doing this though. I think getting feedback from stream chat and stuff might be good. I'm not sure. Yoink? Yeah, yoink it up. It sucks that I feel like now I've become hesitant to talk about my video ideas and any ideas that are floating around in my head with Poke, because I'm worried that people will take them, which sucks. But it's become a problem. It's become a thing. You don't need legendaries or King of the Hill legendaries for Pokedex. Yeah, sorry for not answering that a little bit sooner. I've caught all. You're probably missing something, right? Also your Kanto debts. I gotcha. You're probably just missing something. I don't know what it would be, but isn't worth it. I've heard the Ho-Oh refight can be really good money, but I don't know enough about it. Do randoms PvP and destroy some new player? There's so much to do. Yeah, JW Tree. It is a bummer, but I've like consistently, like there have literally been times where I've like talked about an idea and then the next day or that night someone like rushes out a video on it, and I get it, like, and it's clearly like not a video. They're like, I don't know, whatever. Ideas are a dime a dozen. It definitely it's harder to actually put stuff into action, but yeah. It depends. So your Pokedex is super strange. Like your maximum Pokemon or whatever can depend on what's it called? How many things you've seen. Like my 609, like other people might have 612 out of 612, right? But I have 609 out of 609. It's very weird because I haven't seen things like weird legendaries that you can only observe, I guess. I'm pretty sure. What's a good example of this? Like, do I have Mewtwo in my decks? Probably not, right? Yeah, I don't have Mewtwo, right? And a lot of people do, right? It's so weird. It's weird. Pokedex is weird in Pokemon. Like Pat, how to prep for Shiny Wars. If you or your team is doing a Shiny War, if you're gonna be, yeah, dude, Shiny Wars, man, you can do a lot of stuff to prep. The easy stuff, prep fossils, make eggs, fill all of your box with as many eggs as possible if your team allows it. An underrated thing about Shiny Wars, but for those that don't know, Shiny Wars are just like a week time period, usually where you hunt, everybody in a team hunts as many shinies as possible. You like get points based on, it's like fantasy sports, but for shinies, kind of. That's kind of, yeah, anyways. The underrated part of preparation for Shiny Wars is prepping up on energy, food in general, have a lot of snackies, like have stuff nearby, have a schedule planned, or have like make yourself get up and stretch. Shiny hunting is pretty intense. If you're shunning for like 10 to 14 hours a day, it is extreme. You can do it healthily. I've actually probably been at the healthiest moments in my life during competitions. Get up every 2 hours at least, stretch, do you know, push-ups, crunches, like whatever, like curl ups, like get out of, do some stuff, get the blood flowing, and then eat. Have good snackies, have good food prepped. You know, food, you can food prep. I've like made giant batches of like soups or rice and chicken or whatever, and like prepped before Shiny Wars. Like it can get really fucking intense and be very, very funny. Special flip right now, I'm just talking to chat for the most part. Flipping is great. If you're just sitting around doing nothing, flipping is obviously always great for sure. That's a good flip right there. It's small. It's like a 3K flip, but put in for PTO in advance. There's a lot of like funny things like that that can go into prep. 100 million scissor donations? Yeah, true and real. True and real. Yeah, Safari Week is really simple. It's really just shunting in the Safari Zone and record it. See who gets fucked. Like, that's really all it comes down to. Okay. What should I fucking do? I don't want to... Okay. Part of me doesn't want to get that many encounters leading up to Safari Week. I like the idea of being at around... I love the idea of starting. What the fuck? Starting Safari Week at 30,000 encounters. That's kind of goals for me. So... I still need some more encounters. I could go do Larvitar or something. Calculated. I really like the idea of being at 30,000 encounters. We still have so many weeks. Still have so much streams and stuff left. I am also going to be streaming. I will say Thursday and Friday stream, or honestly, I will say streams this week might be a little shorter than normal. Actually, here. I will say streams this week will probably be a little shorter than normal, because I'm going to be streaming from now, like straight through from now until the end of Safari Week. So like from now, the 18th, all the way to like the 28th or whatever, I'm probably just streaming straight through that. No weekends. So like so streams will probably be a little shorter today. And that's where I'm going to go ahead and call it today, guys. Kind of a short stream today. I apologize. Hopefully it was fun. Hopefully it was enjoyable. I'm going to go chill out for a bit and work on some other PokeMMO projects. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Like the stream if you did. Dislike if not. That's always okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow me on Twitch for streams Monday through Friday, and a lot of streams coming up starting at 12 p.m. ET usually. Discord's down below if you're interested in that, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the content, if it's been helpful or you've enjoyed it enough, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations do help out dramatically. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and good luck on your PokeMMO grinds. Shwoo, shwoo, shwoo. Enjoy your cheese pizza. I will not be eating cheese pizza. Well, so Safari Week starts on the 21st, but I think the Team Mr. event starts on the 22nd. I could double check though. Yeah, so the Team Mr. event starts 22nd at 1 p.m. I'll probably go live. I'll make a scheduled stream for that. Okay. I'll see you guys later. We're going to raid someone on Twitch, so go spam smiley faces. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Much love to you guys. Peace, Reno.